Room is filled with seats.
Yay!
I see Mr. No Sympathy here. I'm trying to embarrass them.
Yeah.
We are so happy to be here. If you are watching from home, thank you. I hope you're comfortable, hydrated, snacks. We have an incredible show for you today. And for the first time this year, we threw a 2-day event. Yesterday, we had early merch lines, and we had Tenno VIP.
Yeah, so this is our 9th TennoCon, and we got a lot of feedback that the merch lines are too long for a single-day event and the registration line. So what we wanted to do with the 2-day event is give people an opportunity to register early, do merch early, and so far so good for that. Of course, Tenno VIP, there was a lot of people there, and we spent a lot of time outside mingling with the lions and everything. So we'll definitely, we know what to look forward to in the future. Thanks for showing up. Hopefully you got merch and registration done yesterday, and if you didn't, there will be less of a line today. So that was the goal, less lines today for all of you, and honestly, filling the ballroom entirely with seating, because what we've learned is that people really want to sit and watch the main stage panels, and we used to only do half of the convention center for that, so this year we did the full thing and moved the rest of the convention around everything else. So that's how this year's TennoCon is going.
Yeah, so when Tenno Live happens, everyone should have a seat in here, be able to see it. There's 3 massive screens in this room, so we can't wait to show that to you. But how about we start with a little bit of housekeeping? Wouldn't that be so fun? It's so classic.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. For those watching at home, obviously on our lovely Twitch channel, we have 2 Twitch channels this year. The one you're watching right now, True, Familiar. We have another one over at twitch.tv/Warframe transcription, and this one is completely closed captions, and we are doing live sign language right now from the main stage. I see her over there. She looks great. Give herself a compliment. Yes.
開始插幣啦！我哋去中繼站有冇睇下？
If you prefer that, you need that for watching TennoCon. You can absolutely check out that Twitch channel. Twitch of course do apply over there. So we've got this channel and then the transcription channel for you for accessibility.
我已經唔記得咗點聯動
Thank you to our wonderful accessibility team for putting all this together.
They're here all day. We appreciate
Our
you.
first ever signed event for TennoCon, so this is a huge milestone.
It is.
同埋咧，我而家咧，我個
And speaking of
狀態係咁樣。
Twitch drops today for TennoCon. So for this panel, the start of the day until 4:30 when Tenno starts, you're going to get yourself the AX52, which is a brand new rifle. You're going to be able to get it in game and play it while you're watching TennoCon, perhaps.
Yep. Maybe like 9 formas by the time Tenno Live
Yeah,
hits.
let's see who can get 100 forma by 4. I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Don't do that.
Someone's gonna do it.
I know. I shouldn't have said that. No sympathies here, though. So
DC
DC
講埋嘢嘅話應該冇問題，因為而家都開住 DC 嘅。嗱，我覺得
slot and all. This also applies to Steam drop. So if you're online watching on
我唔明點解我其實真係我唔係開好多嘢喎。我刪咗個 DC 佢睇下會唔會好啲
an email waiting for you with a code to these Twitch drops, so you don't have to be sitting on your phone, but you can be.
冇變化喎。
Double dipping. I see you.
冇變化佢。
That's all right. You got to do what you got to do. We appreciate it. Oh, you're welcome.
好咗啲喎，好咗低咗，唔係喎，都係差唔多咗。
Confirmed on our communication.
仲未入場打喎，有啲擔心啊。
BarrowCon Tenno Relay is live. Seeing people in chat saying they got kicked out of the relay. That wasn't me.
Barrow, we can blame Barrow for that. We'll keep an eye on it, but he is live. And he has everything he has ever sold, and he is ready for you. He's here until my notes say July 27th, so he's here for a long time. So our friends here in the audience can get in Barrow right now.
我冇飛咩已經較低咗㗎啦。
I don't know. Wink. Oh, there you go. You can check out.
因為睇下可唔可以再較低啲嘅，但係我覺得。
if you want to partake in that and be kitted out.
Warframe 唔係用得好多啫喎。
Just to repeat, if our servers are starting to feel the force of TennoCon, Barrow's around for 7 days, so just sit down.
Barrow's here, and he'll be here selling his wares.
Warframe 唔係佔好多啫喎，Warframe 4% 啫喎。
Literally, because of all of you here, all of you at home, doing the digital packs is a charity component to TennoCon. And this year, we were able to support 2 organizations. We have Sick Kids and Able Gamers. Let's give it a round.
係咯，邊個嘢用得最多咧？呢個咯，差唔多20% 咯。
We were able to take our $200,000 and give $100,000 each to these organizations, which is very special to us. Being able to communicate with them and learn more about them has been very eye-opening. If you are compelled to donate more, you can do !donate in Twitch chat, but we do have some lovely messages from both Sick Kids and Able.
加埋咁就90幾%㗎啦。
Precision child health is not just a shift in care, it's a transformative.
係咯，我覺得入場咧就有機會爆炸㗎。
Everything that makes each patient unique, right down to the molecule. This new approach is having massive impact on patients. Patients like Atlee, Daniel, and Chitra. Thanks to monthly donors like you, we will be able to diagnose faster, predict better, treat smarter, and one day even stop illness before it starts. And with that, we will be able to save even more lives than ever.
Hi, my name is Steve Spawn. I am the Senior Director of Business Development here at Able Gamers. We're creating opportunities that enable play in order to combat social isolation, foster inclusive communities, and improve the quality of life for people with disabilities. Now, I'll let you in on a little secret. That's what the lawyers make us say, but what we actually do is we help people with disabilities be able to play the same games that you
話說咧 ，I9 會唔係比 I7 好好多？好似我成日都喺度迷思緊，然之後我啲 friend 就同我講話 ，I9 唔係爭好遠嘅咋，你睇下啲數據啦，然之後就整一大堆我睇唔明嘅嘢出嚟，然之後爭得嗰5% 嘅效能啊，綜合5% 左右。嚇 ，I9 同 I7 爭咁少啫咩？咁點？I9 唔係出到去10幾代啊，又係咪啊？因為我都有諗過咧，換嗰粒 CPU。係啊，我其他嘢就冇太大嘅問題。係啊，其他嘢冇太大嘅問題嘅。係啊，之前咧呢個記憶體壞咗嘅，跟住換過咗2條 RAM， 正常翻啦。係啊，顯卡又 OK 嘅，都夠用啦，去到一半啫。係咯，你啲 CPU 咁高嘅咧。
Every single day, Able Gamers is out there trying to make the world a little bit better place, and it's only thanks to your help that we're able to do that. There's a lot of good charities out there asking for your help, so the next time you consider making a donation to a charity, please consider Able Gamers. We need your help.
不過佢喺度
need your help.
係咪喺度講緊咧新嗰隻嘅嘢點樣開發啊？喺現場啊，現場咁樣啊。
So grateful for those charities and for
開台之前咧，已經睇到佢哋咧喺度排隊入場。
For TennoCon, so deeply appreciated by us.
All from you, so thank you. All right, into some Warframing news, shall we? It's just past. Oh, okay. Oh. Wait, it's about to get hot in here, everybody.
Oh.
It's about to get warm because what just launched at 11 a.m.? Ember Heirloom!
Yes!
Yes,
火雞
finally!
盤。
Ember Heirloom is live on all platforms, and a special shout out, of course.
不過其實我唔係好明白咧，點解 MIX 咧佢擺爛咗咁耐，佢都唔重製 MIX 咧？嗰個技能即係佢個玩法我幾中意喎，佢玩催眠。
A lot of learned lessons, as we know.
但係有 Warframe 而家又好似有啲那個啲定位。
You can get this in game for your real dollars, Canadian dollars, US dollars, whatever you got, or platinum in game. She is available. She's live for you.
Yeah, it's going to be available forever. So heirloom will be in the market for platinum forever.
OK， 我哋一路打一路聽佢講啦。我哋去下中繼站睇下先。
So thank you so much for all the feedback on last year's heirloom launch, I should say, and we're glad we were able to redesign this program for your community. So thank you very much for your feedback on this, and we're happy to have relaunched.
特別嘅中繼站，應該地球嘅。
I see a lot of Clem in Twitch chat.
係啊，呢個咧就係買咗飛先至可以入去嘅。
So that shows you the power.
去個冇咁多人嘅地方。
I won't go there. Oh.
Yes. Yep.
And just a little tidbit. If you tune into the art panel on this stage, you might find out the next heirloom. You didn't hear from me. You didn't hear from me.
Yeah, art panel. So if you're watching at home, that's at 2 p.m. 3 p.m. art panel?
The art panel's at
2 p.m. Eastern time. That's when you can find out the next heirloom.
But back to Ember. Also live at 11 a.m. today. I almost said p.m. Warframe Prime Resurgence, Ember Prime, and Rhino Prime are finally back.
Sell Glaive Prime stock. Sell. Glaive Prime.
Never been cheaper. I don't know.
Sell.
The stocks are hot.
The Glaive market's crashing, everybody. Sell.
Ember Prime and Rhino Prime Resurgence.
That wasn't me. Sell, Megan.
Tell me words. Prime Resurgence is live, so you can get yourself Ember Prime and then maybe Ember Heirloom. It's up to you. I don't tell you what to do. Another piece of Warframe news on Monday, maybe when you return home from this lovely event, Dog Days will be returning for your summer vibes. This Monday, July 22nd, Dog Days is back. We've got Lobs, we've got your classic Soapjon. Still no pool noodles.
No,
it's been hard. Steve's good at making the engine, but he can't code a pool noodle. So
he can't code a pool noodle.
It is a skill issue on Steve's part. So
we'll talk.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Amongst a bunch of new rewards this year for Dog Days, we did work with community artist to make some really fun summer glyphs. So these are going to be available if you're a Grendel main. Do I see a Grendel main? Yeah, there it is. Okay. We got Grendel eating a fruit smoothie. There's lots going on here. So just some fun summery glyphs for you to partake in, and a little bit of quality of life for Dog Days. We are adding earning points for assists. So if you are an assister, yeah, there we go. Helping is good. So assists will get you pearls. You can get some new glyphs and a whole bunch of really great stuff with Dog Days. And after this event, after Tenno Live ends, we are going to have a gift of the Lotus Lure with an Umbra Forma blueprint for you. And if you're here, that's also in your code in your email if you can't play it for 72 hours. So we got you covered. If you're here, we got you covered. If you're online, we'll see you at 6 p.m. when this alert launches for your Umbra Forma blueprint. Reb, how we feeling?
We're good. Hey, everyone. We're just going through this housekeeping still. I see I have Twitch chat open.
可以啊。
people around the world watching. I see
不過等陣先，我睇埋佢有啲乜嘢特別嘢買先。
From Singapore,
紅酒買啊
Germany, Australia, our own Welland, Ontario.
我呢把線我冇喎又。
Yeah, shout out to Welland in the chat. Yeah.
唔好掟嘢出去啊！呢把嘢。
See, growing Canada population. So hello to Twitch chat.
100%
eggs. That's cool.
機率
Argentina.
造成超過。
Oh, important chat question.
多個觸發。
Fix when? Well.
Oh, is this a dev
主要
short?
切割。
Yeah, this is. I'm too conditioned for dev shorts to just instantly read everything I see in chat. So, but anyway, I just wanted to say a couple things about sort of the feelings and the flavor for today to our lovely community that's watching. Of course, again, thank you for being here. And of course, thanks, Megan.
我喺中嘅站有得祝福啊！
Rue behind the scenes making this stream.
散彈槍。
Yeah. Rue extraordinaire.
So I was looking at the calendar to try and figure out, like, on a timeline how this journey's been, and it's kind of crazy. It's actually only been 11 months since our last TennoCon, so this is like, we usually wait a year between them. It's only been 11 months because it was August last year, and in that time, we showed you Whispers in the Walls. We launched Whispers in the Walls. We launched Daggeth, and we launched Jade Shadows. So we've done a ton in that 11-month period. Yeah, so I'm very proud of the team and I'm grateful to the community who stuck with us for that. And also just, we get to tell you about everything that's coming next. So today is really all about the world and the places we're going to take Warframe from today on. So thank you for being along for this crazy journey. It means a lot to us as a team, as a community. I really feel that we are some of the luckiest people in the industry to have a community like the Warframe community. Nothing in my life will ever feel as rewarding as having people to share our journey with as a development team that's learned with you how to do some favorable things, and then sometimes some, you know, mistakes happen, but we get through it. So today it's all dedicated to the team and the community, and we have a great show lined up for the rest of the day. I had like random other notes about facts about Warframe, but I feel like I'm just going to get a little too emotional. But what I will say is, 9 years ago, we had our first TennoCon in 2016, and we only had the budget for this ballroom, so the room you're in now was the only area we had for that TennoCon, and now I think we're about to have our biggest TennoCon ever, and that doesn't happen without hard work with people that are you. So literally, thank you for everything. Thank you for the team for also taking a risk and trying a second game, making a second game like Soulframe takes a lot of like serious commitment to do it all over again, and I want to thank the Warframe team for believing in the new places we're going, and the Soulframe team for starting over and making a sister project so Warframe isn't an oldie child anymore. It feels good.
We got a little brother. We got a little brother, Soulframe. Oh, there you go.
啊，呢個係咪你啊？
Hey, so thank you. We have a great schedule today. Megan, why don't you take us through?
呢個應該係你啊！我冇乜朋友，佢哋都唔上線。
After this lovely opening keynote, a little bit of a 30-minute break, do what you need to do, and then you're back here, if you want to, for the first ever Soulframe dev stream. As we mentioned, our little baby brother project, little baby brothers up here.
咦，我而家係咩配置咧？
Hosted by the lovely Sarah. She's going to be taking you through with the Soulframe dev team what they've been cooking up for Soulframe Preludes. Do we have any Soulframe Preluders?
啊係喎，其實咧，喺 Twitch 度咧直播人哋個直播有冇問題嘅咧？
So they have a lot of really fun things they're going to show you. They also have a live demo. They do.
OK 啦呢個。
Demo never before seen things. This is just a brief interlude from the live ops side of things. We're managing traffic, and stay tuned. Some turbulence might be.
咦，有冇啲特別任打下咧？
Strap in. And this Soulframe dev stream, this is where all of the
咦，我有石頭佬啊！我哋
news is going to be. Tenno Live is still a lovely 90-minute
發掘咯，我哋掘咗粒石出嚟先啦。
It's about 90%.
係咪其實之前都有送到㗎？
So
我呢排都冇乜點。
Oh, new microphone.
哦。
I guess I am too loud.
直播官方嘅就可以嘅。
So if you are interested in any of the Soulframe news, learning about Soulframe Preludes, their live demonstration, you're definitely going to want to check this out.
因為我就試過喺YouTube 度直播人哋個直播，係啊，又係官方嘅，都冇問題嘅。
They did bribe us. And then afterwards, we have the Art of Warframe, hosted by Danielle.
喂，隻船好靚
There's going to be
喎。
so much good art in here. You're going to see Whispers in the Walls art, some art you've never seen from 1999 and beyond.
Maybe even an Atomy cycle key.
Bikes, anybody? Bikes? Love bikes. Hey! Big bikers. And then after that, we have Sounds of the System, hosted by Zach, and he's gonna, yes! Give it up for Zach McCall. Oh, he's right there! I see him! Oh, yeah!
Bring Kleenex for that one. Yeah. You might cry in a few moments of the Sounds of the System one. Bring Kleenex.
Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff in store for you for the Sounds of the System panel. Reb's on it.
That's why you're going to cry. Yeah. I'm going to bore you to tears.
Oh, no, never.
Thanks for laughing.
So that's at 2. And then at 3, we have our classic cosplay contest. Very excited for this one. I don't know, has anyone seen any of the cosplay yet? Walking around? Am I right? Yeah, it's incredible to see. It'll be all here on the main stage. We have our competitive and also our competitive, where someone's going to win $10,000 on this stage.
Can I enter cosplaying as a creative director for 2 years? No one's caught on.
You could. You could. You'd win in my heart.
我 CPU
And
爆
then
炸
at
緊啦！
4:30 is
我
Channel
CPU
Live
爆炸緊，
2024. Like we mentioned, it is a 90-minute presentation.
我已經降低咗啲畫質啦。
I legitimately think we've been working on this since TennoCon last year ended. Obviously, we had to get Whispers in the Walls out and everything that came after that, Daggett, but we knew exactly what this TennoCon was going to be. And since the stage ended last year, it was, all right, 1999, what do we got? What are we cooking up?
DC Core 啊，
It's also a live demo,
唔
very
係咁
nervous
好
to do
啦
it,，but I hope
因為我
I
而
do
家
the
咧
team
去到
credit,
100% 長期 keep 住啊，頭先咧佢都仲會上上落落，入咗去打嘅時候就 keep 就長期100啦。
So sorry, I'll stop talking.
See if Twitch chat picked
我
up.
驚佢會 hang 機，
I don't want to say anything.
我驚佢會 hang 機啊！
People are registering. Be an envoy. Be an envoy. Like we mentioned at the top of the hour, this room itself will fit every single person that is attending here. So I cannot wait to see you all back here again, be like deja vu, and we're going to show you what we're working on for Warframe 1999 and a little bit more of maybe things coming before that. I'm literally going to stop talking.
Yeah, no, there's a lot. We're actually,
Sorry.
Yeah, there is a lot. It's not just about 1999, so yeah.
It's true.
We're only halfway through the year, so obviously we have to talk about everything.
There's other things to come. And that about wraps up our
分兩
opening
邊一
keynote
齊
for
一
you
齊
here
掘
today.
會快
Obviously,
啲
next
啊！
up is the Soulframe dev stream.
Yes.
So once again, thank you so much for coming to this opening keynote online chat. Thank you for being here. Stay tuned. Get your bathroom breaks, your water breaks, your snack breaks, and all that, and you'll be right back here at 12 p.m. for the Soulframe dev stream.
That's right, and everyone's booklet has schedules, things to
That's
do.
right,
There's
there's work.
autographs, workshops, we have animation team, writing team, so many teams doing other panels in the Event Kids Clubhouse. We have chairs here, there's autographs, there's merch, there's lots to do at the show.
There's lots to do. But online, we'll see you at 12. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everyone in Twitch chat. What do I see here? Lotta Gurkata, Clem. Oh my God.
哇！呢個賦能咧真係好開心啊，可以好方便咁樣重擊。7倍連擊，長時間。小黑。
Sup, Tenno? 90 Zach here. Wondering how you can get your free virtual items through the internet? Just from watching Twitch or Steam? Let me tell ya. Save things off and destroy your enemies with the AX-52 rifle. By watching TennoCon between 11 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, you'll receive this gun absolutely free. That's a lot of gun for not a lot of work. Once Tenno Live begins at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, that drop is totally going to switch to the Saren Prime.
哇！
Watch
啲
for 30
氏
minutes
族
and you'll receive this Prime Warframe for free. Spread those spores and watch those damage numbers go up over $19.99. Never gotten a Twitch drop before? Tell the fam to get off the phone and hop online. Linking your account is wicked easy. Just head over to www.warframe.com/Twitch. Log in your Warframe account, follow those instructions, and you're set. Tubular. Watching on Steam? Just make sure you're logged into your Steam account before watching, and you'll be rewarded with item tokens right to your Steam inventory. Once you claim those tokens, log into your Warframe account, and your new items will be waiting for you. Isn't technology wild?
咦，就快12倍連擊啦！
Stay cool and enjoy the show, Tenno.
混亂喎。我算咧，我諗咧，今晚咧應該我都係睇唔晒嘅TennoCon。就好似之前好似上年咁樣，跟住睇到攰咧，我哋就瞓覺啦。哇！爆啊！佢就係爆啊！冇嘢。可唔可以幫我補血咧？我 V 磚嚟喎，可以喎，活力衝刺可以幫佢補血喎。咦？個機喺邊度啊？S 族嗰啲核心咧，可唔可以唔好標記喺牆上面咧？真係一疊疊一堆出嚟。
Excavator deployed. Protect the unit while it extracts the artifact. An artifact has been located. Proceed to the dig site. Excavator destroyed. Protect the remaining dig sites. Find a cell.
咦？咁惡，冇電池跌出嚟嘅。有啦！如果我哋可以咁近呢，我哋撻着埋呢個都得喎。哇，封我嘅！
Destroyed. Protect the remaining dig sites. Extraction is now available.
咦，夠啦，我哋可以撇啦。哇！飲罐肥仔水先。係咯，我可唔可以咧再較低啲㗎？我已經40啦，個最高幀數。30啦，我哋係啊，我哋去最低幀數啦，冇咁流暢啫，起碼好過佢叻啦。呢啲夠低啦已經。咦 ？OK 喎，較低咗咧，較低咗我 CPU 而家去返80幾啦。咦冇喎，有90幾喎，有上100喎。普遍低返10個啦，還好啦。咩啊？有新嘢買啊？哦，祖傳包啊！咦，佢個官幾靚啊，個官。呢個唔制啊，呢個買。火雞祖傳外觀。呢個屁屁有啲，咦唔係我嘅 OK 靚喎，佢個上身着火喎。有個頭咧就爭啲啦，同佢華麗外觀嗰個頭。400蚊，400白金有晒全部，仲有個徽章。買，反正我有4000幾白金喺度。之前咧有半價嘅時候咧，我又入咗啲白金。而家佢又出半價，我發覺咧佢隔一排冇玩咧，入返去佢就會出半價俾你嘅。你之後有冇啲咩特別嘢咧？好啦，我哋正式刷椰菜啦。咦？點解係鎖住咗嘅呢個？係咯，緊急任務都冇，都 OK 啊。真有痰啊！前哨戰，咦係用嗰個乜嘢啊？誒，唔係喎，呢個係睿智號嘅，我哋打啲普通嘅算啦。我哋打個防禦任啦，可以一路企喺度一路刷。求其開個最多㗎啦我。咦？呢個發光我開你啦咁。 睇到個現場嘅狀況。佢特登做到咧呢個閃閃下㗎。係啦嗱，今鋪咧我哋入多一次去啦，睇下佢會唔會咧又爆 CPU。如果佢穩定落嚟，穩定 OK 嘅話咧，我哋可以開下 DC。係啦，開下 DC， 叫馬連入嚟吹下水。啊！我媽媽又攞咗啲奇怪嘢入嚟。屌你呢啲嘢，啲人。點解佢哋上面都有個標記嘅咧？就算我死人咧，依然可以好安心咁樣去用呢個爆炸武器，再加張彈藥轉換咧就冇問題，依然都可以好開心咁樣去用。哇！咁襟嘅佢，以後我教咗光印之道啦。其實我哋可以簡單啲，唔好打光印之道。反正都係要佢啲幣啫。技能經驗、技能範圍、技能強度加倍。 嗰個人喺度講咩啊？作為實彈最差的那一黨。EN 唔係喎，而家應該要幫把戰刃呢儲下連擊數。苗頭加100暴擊啊！我暴擊係加算嘅話都 OK 喎。係啊，暴擊係加算嘅話都還好喎。我點解要用驅魔之刃啊？點解唔可以處決啊？加算都可以啊，加算唔錯啊，加100%真係必定黃爆啊！可以冇腦病毒切，係咯，仲係主武器喎，加嗰個角鬥士嘅剝可以追加你嘅切割傷害。工人精華。大家睇唔到我嘅連擊數添，就係見到我喺度不停咁樣處決。咦？點解處決咁嚟？係啊，我就喺度搭緊個連擊數啊！我裝咗個賦能啊，個賦能爭一粒咧，我就可以升滿啦。可以唔使暖機暖咁耐。哇！你唔係俾我閃咗嘅咩？ 佢卡筆啊佢。喺下面。哇！因為呢啲卑鄙呢手嘅，邊個放出嚟嘅？你點解啲3記刪咗嘅？98、99。咦？我有個金色喎。都可以嘅，係咯，我哋叫我連入嚟啦。我哋開呢個 DC 先。
Yes, we're all bound down to the deep, and we'll all be sleeping in the cold below, below, sleeping in the cold below. Our sailing ships for the hard and the quick, we roll our load and go. There's a living to be made, or there's hell to pay when you're sleeping in the cold below. Sisters below, below, we're going where the winds don't blow. Yes, we're all bound down to the deep, and we'll all be sleeping in the cold below, below, sleeping in the cold below. There's a man on high with the devil in his eye and a golden hand, I'm told. It can hurt you, it can hold you, he can kick you or console you when you're sleeping in the cold below. Sisters below, below.
OK， 聽唔聽到？
有聲有聲。
咦，有聲就得啦。
我哋就一年一度咁樣突發。
係啊，一年一度突發聯動啊！
好，我哋嘅 Warframe 嘅機遇。我啱啱拎咗把 AX512，而家睇一睇佢個嘢。
嗰個就係頭先嗰把槍啊！咦，佢送咗啦，已經。我撳翻出嚟睇下先。
你喺 Twitch 嗰邊要撳拎咗先得咯。
咦，係喎。
睇下先，佢個特徵係咩啊？腰射時增加彈藥效率60%，瞄準爆頭時增加暴擊機率100%。腰射真係點？真係唔瞄準。射擊精神極高喎。睇一睇仲卡。
領取。
有2個 out 加一個號，
賬
一個真
戶
個 out。
呢個咧就係呢等先登入
睇下先，加佢寫速，再加串頭，跟
咦我未連結咩？我之前咪連結咗佢啦咩？
你之前未連咩？
連接賬戶跨平台賬戶哦，呢個跨平台。哦，原來呢度撳啊！我嗰陣時咧仲喺個Switch 咧去旅行嘅時候咧，帶咗個 Switch 出去玩，跟住 down 咗 Warframe 落嚟，諗住喺手電咪連 WiFi 可以玩。唔結用喎。以下進度將會遺失，主要嘅係吓。黐線咩？主要嘅 PC 係啦，主要 PC 連結嘅係。OK 連結。
你遇到啲咩問題啊？
算啦，呢個遲下先至搞。
我將2.4直上5.3。
呢個唔係連咗啦咩？點解啊？我上收件嘅，你仲未俾我嘅。
By watching TennoCon between 11 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, you'll receive this gun absolutely free. That's a lot of gun for not a lot of work. Once Tenno Live begins at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, that drop is totally going to switch to the Saren Prime. Watch for 30 minutes and you'll receive this Prime Warframe for free. Spread those spores and watch those damage numbers go up over $19.99. Never gotten a Twitch chat before? Tell the phone and hop online. Linking your account is wicked easy. Just head over to www.warframe.com.
顯示已連結用
Log into your
戶。
Warframe account, follow those instructions, and you're set.
冇，點解冇啊？
Watching on Steam, just make sure you're logged into your Steam.
但係佢又有得俾我撳解除帳號綁定嘅，咁即係點啊佢？
Once you claim those tokens, log into your Warframe account, and your new items will be waiting for you. Isn't technology wild? That's all for me. Stay cool and enjoy the show, Tenno.
哦，講咗啦。
我同喺度砌緊佢啲卡。
綁咗啦。
點砌好呢啲卡？繼續加佢寫速。點砌啊？
咦？係咪等佢就會 send 俾我啦？我氏族個 logo 我都仲未整添啊！收件夾仲係冇喎。
唉，咁擺先，我都唔知擺咩卡好，亂擺住先。
唔緊要，我諗佢陣間會寄過嚟嘅。
寄咩啊？
支槍。
嗰個咧，一係就遊戲入邊登出帳號再入，一係就打完一個關卡或者去完一個地方再翻返落架船度，其實就有。
係啊，我哋打一場就得㗎啦。之後我有冇夾升緊呢？
把 AS52咁樣裝住先，我都唔知裝乜好。 The first ever Supreme dish stream is about to begin。
森林。問題啊？
哦，佢準備講緊 Warframe 啦，要。歡迎有冇興趣玩 Warframe 啊？
哦，佢之後出嗰隻，
係啊。
嗰隻觀望下咯，可以。
我會諗住等佢出嘅時候玩咯。
係啊，因為佢感覺上好似有啲普通。你 Warframe 佢特色就係裝 mod 嗰度啊嘛，可以俾你砌啊嘛。如果佢啲武器啊各樣又係有啲俾你裝魔法石咁樣俾你裝嘅話，我覺得應該有啲
嗰方面已經都可以裝嘢咯。
係咯，人嘅裝備都得。
佢人已經可以裝咯，即係可以裝好似裝 mod 咁樣去改能力咯。之前見佢個 Deep Stream 嘅 gameplay 已經有，但武器上就佢暫時仲未 show 任何嘢，好似。佢應該係跟個人，因為佢類似雲下遊嘅咁款，我見到嘅。
係啊，雲係就唔係咁想玩啦。
我諗佢等佢出嘅時候就試下手玩下先。
都係嘅，佢應該免費都可以 download 嚟玩下先咯。
應該免費咯，佢如果唔係免費嘅，我會滿頭問號先。因為你 Warframe 都免費，你冇理由 Warframe 唔免費。
都係啊。
佢都賺好多啦，已經。好，我當完嗰個把嘢啦，我哋而家出發。
係咯，出發啦！求其揾啲又係刷幣。
係咯，我見到有啲嘢想要。
我哋刷個防禦啦，都係一直咁樣刷落去啦。因為呢個低呢啲咧，佢升得冇咁高，啲 level 唔會咁快打唔喐。
如升得慢啲咩？生存會快啲㗎。
生存啊！
我見佢有
生存好似5分鐘一下，咦係喎，都係喎。
順便我當拆經咯。
我都係，我攞咗套零咧夾出嚟。
頭先買咗個 Amber 嗰個祖傳外觀之後，已經裝咗啦。
哦，我都買咗啊，啱啱。OK 靚啊，尤其是係嗰個頭箍，個頭箍幾靚。
我暫時未配色。我而家另一邊係睇緊安傑，佢中文去睇。
係啊，你安傑貓係一齊睇緊啊佢。
係啊。
我等佢出懶人包。
佢而家都同步喺度睇緊。所以我都喺個 Twitch 度睇緊佢，佢都係喺度玩緊 Warframe，就喺度睇緊。安傑啲懶人包好方便㗎。
係啊，真係好方便。
跟住佢係 Warframe 嘅合作玩家。
之前好似都有啲唔滿意嘅地方，佢有同Warframe 嗰邊講翻嘅。
佢講嘅唔滿意係呢個咩啊嘛，翻譯問題。
係啊，翻譯問題。
跟住而家好似話好咗啲。
死啦！我已經。
你頭先咪見到啲掛頭上面有個標記嘅？嗰個係我用緊 Jade 嘅1技。
哦。
哇！把槍係咪黐線㗎？
死啦！呢把咩嚟嘅？
威靈，你應該有聽到 Warframe 嘅聲㗎嘛？我喺你身邊開呢把槍，你聽下個子彈發射。我你隔離。
哦。
Did we see her a little doyen thing already? Oh yeah, we're sort of like a cool little touch of like a pink cape.
咦，我實彈唔錯啊！我幾中意好似放煙花咁樣。之前好中意嗰把乜鬼嘅雙槍喎。 啊頂！集團嗰把雙槍好靚仔，跟住打完之後有集團效果。
哦，
死啊！嗰把係叫咩名啊？
睇落我打嘢傷害都高嘅都叫，但嚟到去砌好咯。我陪你砌住先咯，都係。
Thank you for being a part of it.
可能係啲刮低你可以高上。
Life support activated.
6粒啫
I
喎。
delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
啊，應該帶死靈出嚟，咁就唔使擔心我維持裝置。哇！佢飛腰個模式咧，唔係呢個 Arkwing 嘅模式咧，有啲唔習慣。
啊，係佢唔係 Arkwing 嚟啊。
Hi, I'm Scott, and the lead designer on Warframe.
佢只不過係一個普通嘅浮空。
係咯，但係你蝴蝶甲嗰個直頭變咗 Arkwing 嗰個毛噶嘛，呢個舒服好多。
我好記得當初上年啊，TennoCon嘅時候個綜藝教突然間啲人會變咗做迷你 Arch 模式，然之後喺度飛。啊，有啲難玩我覺得。
哇頂，棘門喎佢。
Thank you for being interested in the game. We love you, appreciate you, and yeah, what are we going to talk
我
about,
哋咪
Sarah?
走得太散。
如果點解冇敵人嘅咧？
好，點講
I've
喎？
delivered another life support capsule.
咁散。
We are going to have a live gameplay demo in just a little bit.
Joe doesn't have a microphone, but that is
Yeah.
give it up your back here at the end of the show. And it works on the
啊！
design.
佢有實機試玩呢個手機，佢匯報佢哋而家最新嘅全部。
But before we get to all of that, what even is Warframe? What is
啊！之前見到一隻咧，有啲興趣想玩嘅嘢，生存建造類嗰隻乜嘢，又係唔使錢喎，免費線上嘅應該，我估係線上啦。啊死啊！嗰隻又係唔記得叫咩名，有一好似收復啲 SCP， 跟住走去起基地咁樣。
Ready for a capsule.
And I remember a few years ago, Steve popped his head into my office. My office is right there. And I know when he gets
有
up.
名俾我可能易揾啲，冇名加形容我就真係唔知。
死啊！嗰隻叫咩？
呢啲生存有太多啦，
近排出㗎，如果嗰隻嘢，死啦！唔記得個名添。 幾靚喎！呢把嘢叫咩名？呢把嘢叫奇葩。嗰個成個超級波出嚟，同埋有啲轉彎。
把嘢好耐以前。
係啊。
我當見到個把嘢，我條死咧個名叫奇葩。
係啊！咦？佢冇晒子彈啊！原來。係咯，冇晒子彈。
但奇葩佢係一個近佢哋嘅近比較近嘅散彈咯，嗰個攻擊範圍。哇！
哇！
咁樣搞法，
是但啦。佢話要啲幣咯，科麻有嘅，科麻都係一 set 買翻嚟。繼續咯。 反正都仲係低呢嘢，
in the progression and change in this world and kind of feeling it.
又未去到打唔喐。
You're like, oh,
5分鐘
let's
5分鐘結算一次 ，OK 啦。
something that has lots of themes of redemption, and yeah, and I think kind of fell in love with it. A lot of animals too. And what's that? A lot of animals too, and a lot of animals, a lot of Pokemon, a lot of Pokemon. Yeah, I think last.
呢個要清晒附近一啲人先可以開中間救到。
Yeah, I think. I don't know how you guys are all feeling these days, but the world's kind of a cynical place, and you can't really like things without being made fun of, and there's a lot of cynicism around, and I think for me personally, this is kind of like, what if there was a place
另一塊叫 On Recover，
you know, it doesn't all have to be
Bye.
gloomy and bitter, and I think that's kind of what really has excited me so far about the preludes that we're doing, which is people are picking up on that tone, that kind of optimistic, really
有
what
銀仔啊！
original fantasy is about, which is this kind of rejection of modernity, rejection of cynicism, and really like believing in magic. So I think that's
因為打啲細隻嘢、低呢嘢咧，視之足真係好好用啊！
and then
完全可以冇腦，唔使瞄準，
we're gonna call it Elden Frame, but
撳實個掣就搞掂啦。
you know, more clearly. Our number 2 name was Fantasy Frame. So, Scott, is this a Souls game?
No, it's not. I would say it's like a more casual approach to a Souls game. It still has the deep mechanics and the deep mastery of the combat, but it's easier to pick up and less punishing.
哇三粒，
So it's made for like me basically, because I cannot get past the God's can do over. You know, I gotta build some sleep pots. Yeah. Okay.
So, if you don't know, we first launched access to our early builds of Soulframe Preludes. Obviously, we had to call it something fancy. In December to a small group of PC players. Players are invited through email, so shameless plug, number 1. Make sure you've signed up on soulframe.com with your email and claimed your envoy title. If you're watching in chat, !Soulframe. That will link you to our site where you can do that. We're currently sending out 2,000 invites every single week. And is anyone in here currently just by
睇有
show
啲
of
咩啊？
hands in Soulframe?
講話咩？之前有註冊去預約
Okay, well, I definitely want to talk to you all after this.
嗰啲咩啊？玩封測版啊，定要預先玩嘅蘇邊玩家，即將可以喺 email 度收到呢個隨機嘅邀請。
哦，唔錯啊！
嗰陣時有申請到，但唔知會唔會中。
係啊，但係佢呢個係封測嚟嘅喎，封測佢係唔可以俾你直播出嚟嘅喎。係咪啊？
應該唔俾你直播。
係啊，唔俾你直播出嚟嘅。
我都唔緊要㗎，咪自己玩。
自己玩啊要。
呢個當係出嘅時候直播咁解啫嘛。
係但係佢講出嚟得唔得咧？即係我有一啲已知嘅情報，然之後口講出嚟，畫面唔出咁樣。
呢個真係要睇下佢官方點樣去決定佢呢個封測究竟佢有冇啲咩條件唔俾做。
You may see young Lady Diora and Baby Garen. I've got one down here. I don't think you guys can see it.
Good luck, Garen.
And yeah, we have another one here by Stellar D. So cute. And oh no, who put this one in there?
You did.
Someone put the slide.
哇！嗰隻鹿幾好啊！
Actually, this is a small shout out to the official Soulframe Discord server.
蘇邊佢哋上一次嘅 gameplay 係嗰隻鹿神啊！
係啊，我冇睇到。
You guys are already so involved.
係咯，嗰隻嘢係咯，嗰隻嘢我覺得就有啲普通。
We have our lovely
但係個風格我覺得可以嘅，我幾中意啲中世紀有劍與魔法嘅
正正啦，佢嗰陣時
玩
嗰個
法。
宣傳畫係玩家將個劍插落個地下，即係原本已經把劍插落地下㗎啦，即係就壓落個地下度，然之後就掹翻出嚟，好型嘅動作。但係佢舉起嗰把劍嘅時候，覺得好怪嗰動作。明明佢插把劍落去咁型。
on a watercolor paper.
嗯。
Few days. It's studying. We finally got it framed. It used to be all like taped up in Jeff's office, so now it's
是但
at
啦
home. Yep.
呢啲全部
我都係攞嚟賣嘅，全部都係銅。
全部變成金幣嘅形狀。
係咯。
Incorporated the 2 versions of the Garen and a few ancestors and our star apricot into the painting. So.
咦，佢切落有份。
Yeah, we have some early concept art as well to share today. So this is our ancestors. On the sides is Orlick and Tuba the original sketches by Keith Thompson.
我話説，我覺得你好白咯個光，笑死！呢個係好白嘅光，呢個心諗哇咁光，我哋睇唔到你個人。
What are ancestors?
之前咧，我試過咧裝隻翼上去嘅。反正佢一天使樣咁樣咧，裝隻翼上去好合理嘅。呢遮住個芒，呢個問題都係解決唔到嘅。
我有試，我覺得天使啊，當我天使啦。佢哋走喎。
得一個走啫。另外嗰個佢都攞咗個椰菜出嚟。
我都冇嘢㗎。咩啊？乜嗰個椰菜嚟咩？嗰個唔係合桃嘅咩？
合桃嚟嘅咩？
合桃嚟㗎。
佢似椰菜嗰啲。
好咪我同我啲 friend 嗌佢都係做合桃嘅啫喎。
係咩？我啲 friend 同係啊，我同我啲 friend 嗌係椰菜喎。尤其是係最低級嗰個。相對佢唔係綠色咯。
呢啲都係嗰啲果然唔同嗌唔同名。呢啲喺 Warframe 度係永遠係非常之明顯咁樣可以去突顯出嚟。
Crafting and upgrading gear and learning the histories of the world. So it's kind of builds out your village in the Nightfold that we'll also show. So each has a unique personality too.
Life support has arrived.
Got their own music. I mean, obviously D is known for amazing music.
我反而會好奇佢中繼站會唔會變成1999嘅場景？
Yeah, we've spent a lot of time.
聽佢講好似會有電單車啊嘛，而家會。
係啊。其實咧，我想咧，佢有翻好似之前咧線上TennoCon 咁樣咯。
之前線上TennoCon。
係啊，佢疫情嘅時候搞過一次線上嘅TennoCon。
係啊，好似遊戲入邊會有變衫喎。
係啊，遊戲入邊咧有個展廳咁樣，然之後咧佢講到啲乜嘢咧？
我就係講緊即係。佢會唔會中繼站會變成1999嘅樣咯？
哦，
因為佢嗰個宣傳圖就係好似啲玩家就喺1999場景入邊咁喎。我諗下佢會唔會變咯？如果佢變咗，其實好型咯。
會唔會係聽日啊？佢聽日先係講1999喎。
唔知喎。
係啊，聽晚嘅。
開工啦！我已經攞定假啦，調假翻嚟。嘿，如果呢啲嘢，
我係諗成幾多號咧？但係我喺度諗緊，咦，就算係咁樣，佢直播1999嗰個時間係好似5點啊，夜晚5點啊，我哋嘅。
係咯，凌晨5點幾4點幾
4點幾5點佢先至講，係提前瞓咯要。
一係提前瞓，一係就唔好瞓。 呢啲嘢不嬲雙向㗎啦。
唔瞓好痛苦啊！
呢啲一
老
多都
啦已
係雙向
經，
奔赴。
已經老啦，唔似得啲後生仔可以通頂啦。
我
通完頂要瞓足一日啊！
其實我已經唔通唔到頂㗎，我都。我一通完之後，我唔係知唔叫我唔通得頂咧？其實係我少咗通頂，跟住但係我一瞓起上嚟咧，我係可以瞓足全日嘅。
哦，咁樣啊！
即係但又界定唔到係咪叫通唔到頂？呢個界定有啲迷。
通唔到頂即係你即係通下，然之後會瞓着嗰啲咯。嗰啲應該算通頂失敗。
嗰啲叫通頂失敗，就唔係叫通唔到頂。
係咯，通頂失敗即係通唔到頂咯。
玩笑。
以前嘅話可以咯，而家就會好眼瞓咯，即係通下之後就會好眼瞓。
太耐頂。以前係黐線到係成日都唔瞓，去到第二日晏晝定第二日夜晚先至瞓。
係啊，第二日夜晚又或者係第二日晏晝啊。
跟住心諗應該係因為咁，所以我先至要一瞓起上嚟就可以瞓到全日。幻離子 Prime 我有
銀色嘅，
緊要咧，佢都係金幣嘅顏肉模樣。為咗金幣嚟啦！我諗我要轉出去咧，我哋暫時出去先咯。
出咯。
出。
我死啦！我哋買得咗佢啲。
哎呀，唔係，我撳錯咗掣。
哦。
唔緊要，照走，因為遺物你冇開咧，佢唔會扣。照走。係啊。遺物佢係唔開就咩嘅。
咁佢打個公告出嚟話叫我哋去睇直播。咦？佢斷咗線啊！咦，佢返嚟啦！
So, yeah, so my favorite part of this painting was that the fawn is just totally enjoying the sunlight, and the rabbit and the animals surrounded is just like passed out and dreaming.
I say too, for us in sound, it's so inspiring to see these artworks, right? It's just, it creates all these sounds in your mind, and we went out and did a lot of field recording actually. London is known as a forest city, so you'll hear a lot of the forest city and Warframe, a lot of natural
我阿媽去咗新疆嚟嘅，跟住佢買咗啲手信翻嚟，買啲好垃圾俾我食。
有啊。
That's a trade secret.
好似柴皮咁樣嘅肉乾，哇，好硬啊！
咩啊？好似咩嘅肉乾啊？
咩肉㗎？都冇講咩肉。
And the number of animals around you is based on your consecutive logins, which is kind of weird and cool. So there's more and more.
我覺得我隻腳好攰，然後覺得我條腰都好攰啊。
You know, I think tone-wise, this is interesting because. Maybe last year people got the impression we're talking about posing too much. I think that's my fault because there really is.
望下佢中繼站換成金幣之後可以換啲乜先？
These cozy elements balanced with the suspense and the danger. So we're not making promises that this is like Stardew Valley.
咦，佢又一齊去嘅？
You're going to see stuff
因為4段
in the demo that are like that's actually legitimately scary. But then there's moments of
可能佢咁都買咗飛咧。
moments of softness and peace and connection. So it isn't just one note. It's going to be kind of this ebb and flow. So I wanted to warn you that there's kind of a bit of scary stuff in it.
OK， 冇乜飛。
We found some early concepts of
佢以為佢都去到。
farmers and the architecture here. Rosa, can you speak a little bit about this and the environment aspects?
Yeah,
so this is a concept
好
art
煩咯，佢冇呢個快速移動。
that Monash designed early, and I've helped
平時好煩。
bring back that warm light and the mood and
睇下
atmosphere
先，將個
to the painting.
多咗嘅環境之流
And
度抌咗
yeah, so
佢
this
先。
is a dendrit concept of dendrit village or sorry, the architecture of a dendrit village or a hamlet that we are planning, and dendrits are a little bit poor, so we wanted to make the material
剩低呢啲
that
成套嘅甲，我又唔捨得賣喎。
farmlands. Yeah,
And the genre was such a big pivot for us. The stuff like this was really helpful for the world building teams to kind of understand the setting and the kind of time range we wanted to go for the world.
Yeah, and I always try to add like a little flowers growing on the moss and grass because it kind of shows that the flowers can bloom in like a harsh environment, and you know the nature can be very strong. So.
We have one of the dendrit forests as well. I feel like I'm in the game with this one.
Yeah,
also really pretty.
So this is also a concept art done by Monash, and this is a concept of a path to the dendrit fort, and you can see the friendly sign that will direct you to the shrine or to the dendrit fort.
And testing all Steve's cool lighting.
And the cool lighting, yeah.
It's not just mine.
哇！呢個海觀幾
Take credit for it though.
哇！可以有
And
400
there's also,
金
of
幣，
course, another part of our world, the undercity,
400
which
金
you
幣我可
guys
以
saw a lot
買到啲
of
咩翻
last
嚟
year.
咧？
買
And
到一
this
帳
is
幕
an early，
然之後
concept
冇
art
啦。
of that one.
Yeah, maybe start.
Ủa, tại sao mày mấy mod là như-
The structure.
Yeah, with the structure and what this is an example of.
Yeah, so the Undercity and the Glades, if you're in the Preludes, is kind of our dungeon aspect of the game. This is where we can randomize the environment and
Linh
really
Âu
leverage some
mà.
of the older systems that we have, and also grow those systems. So this is missions will be down here, exploration, puzzle solving, and, really, hopefully, some really deep
因為我得200幾一張都買唔到。
game and exploration. Players are always constantly finding secrets, and the level designers are actually adding more as we go. So it's really interesting to like play through the Undercity, and all of a sudden there's a new tile again, but there's a puzzle in it and a different way to get through it, which is really fun. One of the things we've done with the procedural level system this time around is its connection to the overworld. When we first started working on Soulframe, the dungeons, you had to traverse them to the end, and then you'd be teleported back to the beginning, and that's where you'd exit. So you enter and exit in the same spot. Recently, we changed the system to allow you to kind of progress through the dungeon and then out back into the overworld into a random spot, which has been really kind of fun to design because the exits are kind of secretly hidden. You know, it's like the little case slides open and now you can get out, but you know, Steve's favorite is you're inside the fort. So all of a sudden you think, oh, I'm done the dungeon, I'm safe now, and you exit into
同埋會加
probably
彈
the
夾
most
嘅，
dangerous
咁
area
彈
they
槍加
have
彈夾。
in
And I didn't know that was in either, so I kind of it was like 1 a.m. and I was sort of crapping my pants.
Yes, so the exits are randomized. So as you're leaving, you will end up in a randomized location in the overworld, which is really helped, I think, with the exploration of the game.
I still get lost when I play it. It's like, oh, you know, always a new, you know, corner to turn around, and you're like, oh, geez, I haven't seen that before. It's pretty cool, actually. Even working on it all day, you get lost in that world, right? Which is awesome.
Yeah, we are trying to go outside of our comfort zone, obviously, and challenge ourselves by building new, kind of on top of some of the systems we thought were really good for long-term play. Like in Warframe, those procedural dungeons really help the content stay fresh as we built out new tiles. But now the context is we don't really have a mission structure, so knowing kind of when you're done or what you've completed has kind of been a challenge. If you started early on in Preludes, you just kind of like wander around and it's like, okay, I guess guess I'm done, and you log off.
但糖濕 time 好乸貴喎。
We show a summary and give you some mission complete
有咩用啊
feedback, the time of day
加
change,
100% 第一發子彈嗰個啊？
shared clock.
係啊，
You get
垃
好
圾，
鬼貴喎，2995度卡得
唔
咁貴，
值得，完全唔值得。
係問號喎呢張卡，點解佢要咁貴咧？
以前遺留落嚟啊，
係就係咁講
But it's
啫，
awesome if
但係佢咁嘅數值點解要咁貴
for
先
how？that stuff works, and we're getting
以前我有落嚟都唔使咁貴啊！
你期待佢上收啊，定還是減價？
一係上收，一係就減
係
價。
嗱，我覺得佢會上收多過減價嘅。減價咧就對係咯，減價就對之前買咗嘅好唔公平。但係上收嘅話，個價錢又真係有啲貴喎。
We have one more concept art that came in hot.
但
and
只要
Rosie,
佢將個
you
數值
finished
再
this
上
yesterday?
收佢，
What
唔係因為
is
減
happening in this
佢
one?
減
Does
價
it
然
have
之後
anything to
將
do with a
將
certain
誒
common beast
減
who
完
may
價
or
即係
may
得
not
翻嗰啲
have
咪
an
退翻俾
affinity
啲玩
for
家咪啱咯。
hallucinogenic sap?
佢有冇退過？
So,
都
just
得。
like our Garen Rude fable, we will have Bromius version, obviously. So, yeah, this
咦
is
咁
a
啊，但係
concept
咁又
of
唔同
Bromius
喎，即係如果我
attempting to
用金幣買完翻嚟，我用白金將張卡賣咗出去，
sapling tree.
咁另外嗰個人係冇拆過，佢只係用白金買嘅啫喎，咁佢都可以有呢啲幣，咁咪好賺咯。
And yeah, so he's trying to eat
啊呢
this
個又
falling
一個好
seed,
麻
and
煩嘅嘢。
that's in a heart root arena in a place called Neathans. And
我決定買咗啲色板嗰啲先。
where it's like underground world made with
武
council
器
trees.
其實武器都得嘅，一
And all
堆
tangled
零
係啊，呢
together
兩張我
and
冇，
we get to walk around going through all
多
the
長
rooms,
彈
and,
頭，
we get to
同埋
this
雙
place
重
and
彈頭
see,
框，
the Bromius here.
重
Yeah,
武
like
器
all
用，
the stories that we
壓
kind
冰
of
武
like to
器。
tell. It'll have very specific themes that we reinforce in the fable. You know, poor Bromius has been, his role is to protect the trees and be a grower.
An R bearer.
An R bearer. Shout out to Sydney, our writer.
Sydney's here.
And you know, the corruption has influenced him, and he's become addicted to the thing he's meant to protect, and he's causing harm. So we have to intervene.
Penny, how's this different from Garen? Is there anything you wanted to add to that?
Oh, a lot. Yeah, after I finished working on the Garen boss fight that you would have seen last year, Jeff was like, "Do you want to do another one?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do another one. It was fun." So we've been just over the last couple of months been working on prototyping mechanics for this new fight. We wanted to do something different to what we had in Garen, where it was two characters that have a relationship between each other and it sort of resolves
哇，經驗祝福啊！
as the fight progresses. Where this one does is it's just gonna be Bromius. You are sort of fighting him as he is descending into a sort of descending on the spiral of addiction. And how he changes, and you're trying to sort of help pull him back. We paused him for a little bit because of TennoCon, but we're going to hopefully be kicking him back off soon with the full force of every talented person on our team.
Yeah. Our intention is to get this into Preludes very soon. Yep.
每個禮拜2000。
One thing I wanted to add
Yeah, we should.
was
Ah, 原來陰影有
I
歷
wanted to
經
add
版
was the mood of it kind of changed throughout this whole week because it
有
rained
啊，好
quite a
耐
lot
啊。
this
我真係唔知
earlier this week and
唯一有
in
歷
my
經版
basement
嘅
flooded, so I wanted to put in that damp really thick atmosphere to the painting. So it was really dry roots in the beginning of the concept, but now it's like all mossy.
So you
and-
went into your basement. and
yeah, I'm
you're
like, oh, I feel the air being very
all this water
thick.
damage. I want to channel.
慘啦！忽然間覺得好
Like,
似
I
好
gotta
眼
put
瞓。
that in the painting now.
Sounds good.
So
點話你
there's
夠唔夠幣啊？我哋再出去查
that
下
I've。shown you,
我
and
仲
that's
有
just a
200
taste of
幾
what
咯，
Preludes
真係
is
又要
gonna
再
be.
拆咯。
We're going to show you some live
唉，
gameplay
轉一
quite
轉
soon.
第二隻甲先。
But We haven't yet
話要
answered
出
the
要離
question
開個
most
中
of
介
you
大
have
先可
been
以出去
asking.
轉甲，
And yes, I've been seeing
喺入
it.
邊唔俾轉甲
When can I
喎，哇
play?
咁衰。
And the answer to that question is...
咩啊？Soulframe 2024年秋
We
天
are gradually opening up this Soulframe Preludes build of our game to the
公
public in
測
the fall. That is our
係
open
啊，
dream. And what does this
二
mean?
零二四
So
年秋天。
anyone, hopefully, by fall
啊
2024 who wants to play
哦
Soulframe Preludes and get in
認
instead
真
of
咩？
waiting for an
2024
invite
秋
every
天公
single
測
week, we are going to have it open to everyone. And at this point,
我
we'll
OK
be
咯，
doing
幾
our
好啊！
latest
佢唔會
testing
同呢
phase,
個
I would
芒坑
say.
撞。
We have done account resets before, and sometime in the fall, we'll pick a date where no more account
秋天而
resets.
家夏天
And
嘞
everyone
喎，
who
秋
wants
天
to
真係
get to
過多
sign
2
up
個
and
月啫
play
喎。
Soulframe
係啊。
Preludes.
不如而家睇TennoCon度講，即係話喺2024年秋天。
But if you want to reserve your in-game name, your envoy
唔
title,
刪檔
you should do it today.
咩唔刪檔公測？
Because we're still sending out invites, and of course that is a way to reserve. So,
And that'll
Even
be
if-
ramping up, right? We'll be, as we get closer
Yeah,
to
we'll
the
be ramping that
open,
up
we'll be
as well.
letting the people that have signed up early and
in
early.
first.
Yay! Okay, so we're about to play our live gameplay demo. But before we begin, one more time, show of hands. Who is in Preludes in the live audience? Okay,
Nice.
can you all raise your hands?
What?
Yeah, because we're inviting everyone here in person. We just wanted to thank you for coming out. Yay!
So when you see us around, you don't have to ask us when you can play.
We are going to send
Right.
an invitation in the following weeks, and you are going to get an email with more details after the show. And in addition to this, on Monday, this Monday, July 22nd at 2 p.m., we will be sending out 10,000 Preludes invites, 10,000 TennoCon.
有冇新傳任咧？仲
I get it. I get it.
咦
Very
救
good.
援咯，救援都好
Yeah,
快
and。I did get some questions about other
睇下
platforms.
先，睇下
last
我
night when I
DC
was
嗰度
mingling outside the
啲
tent.
官方寫嘅
It
嘢
is going to be
先。
PC first.
嚇！
Like
玩家嘅
Warframe,
手
you can
部
do
嗰
fast
個
iteration,
義肢係可以
this
轉
sort of
啊！
stuff. But obviously,
有
pardon me.
5個樣喎，係可以轉定係佢多下時計
We'll have to think about that. But initially, we're going to be doing the iteration on PC. If you are on console, obviously that's in our plans, and we are looking forward to that. And we have been talking to our partners on that side. But this fall is going to be PC. Just to warn you about our current platforms.
Yep. But yeah, Soulframe Preludes, and I think it's just been really cool and exciting and unique to build this game alongside you guys. So if you want to play Soulframe Preludes, you all can soon.
哦，
Hopefully.
佢 Soulframe 決定目前淨係喺電腦版度公測。
Okay. It's time for the lovely
we-
Joe over
佢-
there
佢
to
暫
play
時未
our...
決定喺
Yes,
自己。
we're going to throw it to Joe, and just so this is.
冇
a bit
影
of
響。
yeah, we're going to set this up. Yeah, we're going to set this up.
係
It's a
冇
little.
影響。
冇影
Maybe a
響
few。bugs.
本身 Warframe 都係
Few
電腦
bugs
先。
coming in hot.
係啊，我 Warframe 都係電腦玩。
Oh, but it has foot IK now. So
部 PS4 已經好耐冇開嘅。
but a little bit. Look at the feet, but not too much.
Yeah.
Analyze every detail.
超耐冇開。
So you're going to see kind of what's coming into Preludes very soon, in addition to some bigger things that we're hoping to get in for the end of the year to kind of speak to the players' intro quest.
And can I say this? Like, I hate to say this because you
Big
cringe when I talk
Soulbait.
about this, but like,
I cringe a lot when you talk.
but this is. I think what you're going to see is the beginning of the Warsong prologue that we're going to be shipping later in the year.
That's right.
And I think, you know, you're probably going to see a few elements that speak to a genre I love that no one else does, which is, can I say it? It's like the alien fantasy, which is it's not just pure medieval.
Yep.
There's this kind of little weird left turn in there, like DE always has to do.
Always.
So there's a little bit of that in there to keep a look at, and it kind of shows this interactive kind of character creation that we want to do with it.
Yeah.
And then we're going to and then we're going to go wake up, and we're going to then show you a bit more of work in progress stuff.
Absolutely.
Is that a bad setup or a good setup?
That's perfect.
It's amazing.
No, I
isn't
didn't
it?
even cringe that much.
Okay,
Great.
fantastic.
And we'll probably talk less than we
有
planned
啲
to
肉
the
乾
demo.
真係
I'll
好
try
啊！
over the next panel.
Hmm?
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
原來佢已經邀請咗我啦。
嚇！你有得去，有得去封查？
佢6幾集8原來已經邀請咗我啦。
哦。
睇下先，我 set 撳咗先。睇下先啊。
呢個係宣傳片睇啊！
我啱 check email 先知咯。自公測試員參與協議，按下同意。呢條條同呢條。考慮到雙方同樣根據協議 ，DE 特殊理有限，可撤銷非排他性而訪問同使用當前暫定名為 Warframe 嘅遊戲開發中版本，僅適用於測試遊戲。
哇！頂呢條女淨係着條底褲嘅。
嗰啲遊戲嘅主線版本，其中 DE 嘅內部開發版本被推動與使實現正嘅進行嘅內容早期預覽同私人 Discord 群組，鼓勵你同其他測試嘅玩家之間嘅協作，促進 DE 開發人員嘅直接溝通。行為總則，你同意始終以有利於 DE 同遊戲嘅方式行事，同意守本協議同以下嘅測試員行為準則嘅所有條款。睇下先。不論儘管你唔公開代表 DE， 但你同 DE 開發人員、其他測試員同公眾互動時保持一定程度專業同外交手腕。雖然期待回饋並歡迎批評，但必須對其他測試人員、工作人員同整個社群保持一定程度嘅禮貌同尊重。因為測試計劃嘅一部分仲可以喺資產被公眾睇到之前對其進行訪問，並且未經 DE 事先書面許可不得喺 DE 控制嘅管道以外共享此資訊。如你違反本準則，可能發出警告，或者將你從測試計劃除名。作為志願者測試員，你不會作出霸凌行為。開發者狂歡。
So that was a sneak peek at Warsong Prologue. As I mentioned, it's the intro quest, and what you saw there is how you create the first customization template of your character. There will be more for that to come, so you can customize further. We're jumping a bit now to a bit of a showcase on how you can get the next ancestor.
DE 開始人決定免費提供遊戲內獎勵或遊戲福利俾你。
The Nightfold. So, what's really cool if you're in Preludes is you
哇！
can
佢帶住個營地行㗎。
having your orbiter at the snap of a finger. So you can go in here, you can talk to your ancestors, work on your meta, queue crafting, look at the lore you just unlocked, change your weapons. As long as there's no aggro enemies in the vicinity, at any time you can go into the Nightfold. And as you collect your ancestors, it's kind of like building a village within this kind of purgatory plane.
Yeah, you can rock over to you can maybe show them the blacksmith, and then just run on into the tent.
musical cues here that we've been working on as well. Each ancestor has their own.
OK，
It's
即係
pretty cool, I
佢
think.
保
A
密
lot of
唔可以公
traditional
開啲嘢啦，
instrumentation used and suits their
冇所謂。
personalities. Same
佢
with the
啱
voices,
啱
custom voices and all of
但
that.
都
佢有冇
no
佢有冇佢有冇講埋口頭講得唔得咧？
crafting interface.
都唔得，
Basically,
佢唔可以
都唔得。
企到佢。
throughout the world, you'll find little fragments of weapons that have been broken into pieces, and you'll bring them back to Tovolkai over here to reassemble them. And as you reassemble more, she'll become less self-conscious about herself.
Got imposter syndrome.
Yeah, real imposter syndrome hitting hard. I relate.
And now I think Joe's gonna go and gear up, but you can't ignore the poor dog on your way.
Most
我
important feature.
上次睇嗰隻大狗狗啊。
And then yeah, Joe will give us a sneak peek at our arsenal that we'll have probably a better name for, and he'll just swap out some gear and maybe a little cosmetic change.
So yeah, let's just show a bit of work in progress for the next ancestor coming to Preludes.
Huh? 哇，隱形我識得。我啲敵人有啲智障喎。我遮住咗啊！捉隻老鼠。多謝 follow。咦！哇！佢個盾牌可以好似箭人咁樣掟出去啊！但係佢好似唔痛咁喎。我飲回復藥喎要。哇！隱形都俾佢見到啊！
都好嘅，佢而家喺度玩呢件事。我而家單佢蘇圈咯，已經。
咦，佢會唔會有啲唔係人形嘅怪物出現呢？
有啊有啊。
好似白環咁樣。哇！死咗啦！
佢暫時係未有得可以俾你改你嘅用戶名。
佢隻雀係咪用 Up Wing 嘅控制方法？
唔知喎，呢個真係。
咦，唔係原地復活啫喎佢。咁佢死咗會唔會跌咗身上面啲素材出嚟啊？好似魂系 game 咁樣。哇，陰 game
！Either puppets. Oh, this is very dumb. I will catch a chill. You sneak! I would have smelt your aura from here, were my sights not drowned in brine.
哇，雙子女王。
我睇翻個 email 咧，原來咧 A.E 係喺我1週年嗰一日，朝早6點鐘 send 呢個邀請 email 嚟。
哇！週年禮物喎！
要死喎呢件事！有冇得咁巧啊？
喂，如果佢條片嗰條女好似雙子女王咁樣嘅其中一個，佢同 Warframe 有拉楞嘅咧，其實。
唔知喎，但感覺上冇。
係咯，似係冇咯。但係會唔會有聯動之類嘅嘢？冇啦，喺度見到隻 S 族嘅嘢咁樣。
好笑啊！
係啊，有隻夜靈喺度同佢，係啊，俾佢打咁樣。
安傑講話蘇菲嘅英文太難翻譯啦。
係啊，佢中文名叫咩啊？咁樣。
邊個？
蘇菲咯。
盔甲。
盔甲。
一係叫靈魂戰甲。咩啊？Warframe 中文已經叫戰甲神兵啦。
係呢個好難聽喎，呢個名我覺得。係啊，有個好聽啲嘅，有個好聽啲嘅叫戰爭框架啊，好似叫。
戰軍框架係直譯嘅喎。
係啊。
咁呢個咪靈魂框架咯。
OK 啊，咁我覺得好聽過戰甲神兵喎。不過佢 佢就地就可以翻到去條村度，咁我覺得呢個幾方便嘅機能喎。
Where she will provide another progression
Face
path.
blue smiling face blue smiling face
啊
blue
如果係 Google 翻譯 Soulframe 係真係叫靈魂框架嘅。
我覺得好聽啲咯。係啊，真係。
Google 翻譯啊！
早晨啊！而家喺度睇緊 TennoCon。
我哋大周部。大周部都有玩 Warframe。我呢個記得。
係啊。
大周部你有冇申請到 Soulframe 嘅嗰個咩啊？
先行封測，封測玩家。
歡迎你直播入到啲聲嘅喎。
入到啊！佢聽到你講嘢嘅。
我發現頭先出 email， 我先知道原來我1週年嗰日收到 DE 嘅 email， 佢邀請我做呢個 Soulframe 嘅先行測試。跟住我去到而家7月21號啦，我先發現呢封 email。成件事太好笑。
Face blue smiling。
我覺得其實佢就算 Soulframe 佢封測咧，其實佢應該都係所有語言都做晒翻譯咯。我估，我見佢啟動器都已經有一揀語言。
我覺得佢應該已經完成咗㗎啦。佢而家封測係俾你整啲玩家實際走入去
玩佢目前有嘅嘢。
實際走入去玩，然之後咧就玩啲 bug 出嚟咁樣。係喎。
原生老鼠咩？
哇！好醜樣啊！呢隻嘢。
有啲似 A 話喎，點解嘅？
三頭老鼠喎。
三頭鼠嚟嘅。
人形三頭老鼠。
我仲想講佢有啲似 A 話添。
Good job, Joe.
Great job, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
熊嚟嘅喎，佢話。
Thank you, Joe.
He was very nervous.
三頭熊嚟嘅喎。
That is pretty much
our
time, guys. We hope this is the first of many updates to come. And in fact,
係咪俾頭先隻老鼠仔佢催眠咗佢？但我覺得佢個頭好似老鼠，個頭尖喎。
We have our own Twitch channel. !SF Twitch in chat. It will bring you to it. Oh yeah, there it is. Woo! Like we have 63 followers right now, so if you want to go join there, we're going to talk about
已經有 Twitch 嘅
our next
account.
And yeah, just thank you guys for all your support and
Thank you
patience
so much.
as this
Thank
world
you.
comes to life. Like our community is so central to everything we do, and we couldn't even build a new game without you. So thank you, and thanks for listening and being here today.
Have a great show, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
哦，佢有中場休息啦。不過我哋可以刷幣啦，繼續。
好稍等我 follow 咗 Soulframe 個 group 可能 channel 先。
好彩未被正確污染。
佢陣間再講呢個 Soulframe 嘅開發實況。
係啊，冇俾正確污染啊！不過都好難政治正確啊。
咩 game 啊？講 Soulframe？Soulframe
啊，係啊。
好難喎。
好難啊！唔係 Soulframe 有啲機嘅 ，Warframe 就冇可能啊，因為個 Tenno 根本就唔係男唔係女嘅，跟啲戰甲有少少特徵嘅，但係佢唔係人咯。
我頭先差啲喺 Warframe 度撳咗邀請安傑做隊，我差啲撳錯掣。
Safety's off and destroy your enemies with the AX-52 rifle. By watching TennoCon between 11 a.m. and
入唔入埋嚟啊？
you'll receive this gun.
可以一齊玩喎！我哋諗住咧一齊開合圖、開野菜。
begins at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. That drop is
拍啲
totally
杜
gonna
劇，
save you
然之後去換嘢。
Watch for 30 minutes and you'll receive this Prime Warframe for free. Spread those spores and watch those damage numbers go up over $19.99.
夠換？
Tell the fam to get
可
on
以
the
啊，
phone and hop online. Linking your
跟
account
住
is
我
super
又
easy. Just head over to
一打咩都得嘅。
www.warframe.com/twitch. Log into your Warframe account. Follow those
夠換就可以快啲咯，但係就
watching on Steam.
又係咁開啦。
係啊，要係咁開咯，係咁撈地圖。
Right to your Steam inventory.
跟住就固定一個可以照好啲。
要生存啦，我哋。
Isn't technology wild? That's all for me. Stay cool and enjoy the show, Tenno.
話你開咗一個我持有為物量最少嘅，
係我求其開嘅啫，因為都打跌到成個櫃桶都冇得閒走去開。
我話反正啲遺物點都係要開噶。
我之前買咗一堆出嚟，我賣咗20幾個出嚟。
佢1999幾時會出？然之後佢出咗嘅時候，究竟部電單車我哋係咪可以拎出嚟？呢個太
開個世界冇人。
然之後就係咁揸住電單車飆車，飛車族。
佢應該好似隻好進咁樣嘅交通工具，我估佢又有開放世界。
Looking to improve your existence with larger-than-life deals? Run on over to Watch out! I'm detecting void fishes. The only place to download your best cyberspace into the new millennium. Check out our latest and greatest machine, guaranteed to fast-track the cyberspeeds of your favorite interests, like listening to music, watching videos, and a whole lot more. Now with a $99 rebate on all KEKVI processors. But hurry, this enormous offer ends tomorrow. Why 2K? Why not 2K?
呢度有個人講。
Where the future is big.
Killed someone! Sorry.
Defeat the corrupted and use their reactant to open a relic.
咁樣我哋放啲微影出嚟先。呢個炮台。
哇！
Target killed! Oh dear.
唔知邊個開技將啲掛棘？唔係啊，係唔知邊個開技咧，將啲掛棘住喺嗰度喎。
是。
That guy is down!
Keep fighting. Look for more reactant. You have collected enough reactant to open your relic. I've delivered a life support capsule to the area.
定係行喺出邊個十字路口度打？
唔係，其實個主要原因係因為啲怪棘住咗喺度。
係咯，點解佢唔行過嚟嘅？啊，唔係啊，佢係行緊過嚟嘅。
解成都喺度。
Hello, everyone. Hello. Hi. Welcome
to the Art of Warframe panel. We've got about 55 minutes here to show you some of the incredible stuff the team has been working on. We've got some sneak peeks, some never-before-seen concepts, and some really big reveals. And it's jam-packed, so I'm going to stop yapping and let these guys introduce themselves. So, Gary, hello, what do you do here?
Art director on Warframe. Hi, buddy.
Hi, Gary. Yeah. Marco.
I'm Marco, associate art director on Warframe.
Yeah, Marco. Give it up for Marco. All right, Kaz. Hello.
Additional life support has arrived. Kaz. I am the lead weapons artist on Warframe.
Yeah, Kaz. Woo, 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 woo. And the lovely Greg. Hello, Greg.
Hi guys, my name is Greg.
點解佢哋係唔上嚟嘅啲敵人？
個 Hiker 開個觸手，跟住將啲怪頂住喺嗰度。
行前一啲係又有佢向前開一啲咁樣，一直向前嘅啫喎，只會。
係咯，唔知做乜嘅。其實佢知唔知佢招技擋住晒啲怪嗰度嘅？
But you know who else is available right now? Rhino Prime. So wouldn't it be cool if Rhino got an heirloom? Yeah.
哇咩嚟嘅新甲啊呢套？
Next up to be receiving the heirloom treatment.
咩新甲啊？
And now this is a pretty special one for us, isn't it?
咩新甲啊？
係喎，新甲喎，咪啊，有少少似犀牛，但係又唔係犀牛。
唔係喎，佢係真係佢而家 show 緊嘅係因為犀牛喎。犀牛嘅祖傳外觀。
哦。
覺得味道話好靚。我係覺得佢味道話好靚喎，咁樣。即係心諗你前面嗰三隻都咁可以去到咁嘅水準嘅時候，你犀牛俾我咁嘅樣我，即係成個觀感上佢跌咗一層。你起碼俾型啲我用犀牛㗎嘛。
犀牛。犀牛勁啊！
哇，武器哇，啲武器呢啲樣好正。
係啊，武器唔錯。
哇！之前我開咗個標準翻出嚟咩事啊？咩事啊？開呢個出嚟。
但係啲武器同到甲有啲唔好襯咯，都甲咁大隻，把武器咁纖瘦。
外觀來的。
Also, I apologize to the panelists because I've made this really difficult for you guys to talk about the Epitaph Prime without spoiling what's coming next. Some of you know what's coming. Maybe let's take a look at it fully. Hey, there you go. Kaz, this is your work. What was it like turning the concept into this gorgeous specimen we see here?
Well, it's always a treat being able to work on concept. It's that detailed. Yeah, and then you always end up embellishing a whole lot on top of that because you can always drop a So, yeah, I got to be able to kind of add some flourishes and put my own little touches.
成日俾個橫梁咧頂住我。依家天花板頂住我，一開4技之後，用得唔順手呢套甲。
佢出 Sevago Prime 啊嘛。佢只係 Sevago Prime 嚟嘅喎。
係都要石板個臂炮手槍。
How the epitaph functions a little bit. So shout out King Sorman. I know I think he apologized to you guys for saying like, sorry you made the epitaph so complicated. I'll fix it. Don't worry. But here we are.
If you have the original one, the little arms on the side actually stretch a whole bunch for these animations. So to clean it up for the Prime, I decided that we should probably do like ball joints or something. Tim went further with it and decided just to even more once he got to the animation phase. So just all together, it just ended up being
Yeah, looking really badass too. Alright, so what else do we have in this totally not obvious based off of what you've seen already at Prime Access? How about a new Prime Sentinel? Ooh. More specifically, the Nautilus Prime, yes, our trusted Railjack Sentinel. And as you probably would guess with this little guy, the Nautilus Nautilus Prime will be coming with its signature weapons of Verkless Prime.
Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Also, some Prime Sentinel accessories. Kaz, we did a little number here with these. Anything interesting about the accessories that you see in the tool?
pretty complicated Sentinel with some pretty complicated
係一年冇出的守護者篇。
守護者篇都係喎，呢個係咪電氣浮狼 P 啊？係咯，似係喎。
而家 show 緊喎。
係啊，係咪啊？
知喎真係。
我覺得電氣浮狼我幾中意用，而家啲屬性咧咁勁嘅狀態下咧，有得玩啊！堆狀態以上。
其實我諗緊，其實而家 B 整 Prime 甲係咪已經skip 咗個順序已經？
好似
鸚
就
鵡
冇。
前電攬過隻。
嚇！鸚鵡攞 P 啊，有啲失望啊！電氣浮狼 P 咧幾時出啊？
因為咩啊嘛？佢而家整出嘅係 set 個 Prime， 但係 Saku 冇 Prime 喎。
順序其實個順序係跟點樣跟法㗎？佢出嘅甲嘅順序。
印象中好似佢係跟甲嘅順序出㗎。以前就聽講話係咩出藍甲嘅 Prime 之後就出女甲，再出女甲再出藍甲咁樣。係而家唔知喎真係。
鯊魚甲啊，鯊魚甲 P。
to their previous work and get a chance to make something prime out of it.
Because like often other industries are doing sequels and stuff like that. They're looking up to, and
Look what our Tenno operative just found.
Super special for our
They could not do this without you.
I know we've got kind of like a don't talk to me unless I'm on your grandson situation happening in the concept. For those of you who are familiar with Sevagoth, you'll recognize on the end there. We'll get back to him in a bit, but of course an essential to Sevagoth's characteristic is his shadow. Yeah. And this is crazy.
哦，喺佢隻分咗出嚟之後係咁嘅樣。
Kaz has got the got the claws on lock there. This is obviously very very cool.
佢背脊嗰隻替身使者分咗出嚟咁嘅樣。OK 啊 OK， 係呢隻嘢幾中意嘅呢套甲都。
但係好難用咯。我呢隻甲但係後尾覺得好似好難用咯。
如果佢
點用？
佢我中意就佢唔會死咯，又好似沙佬咁樣，係啊，好似沙佬咁樣死咗變第二個形態出嚟再打過，打完又可以翻山咁樣。 係咯，如果佢替身使者識得獨立作戰嘅話，會更加好。
將 Umba 嘅意識放落去。
係咯，一係就好似石頭人咁樣咯，石頭人照隻嘢出嚟咁樣，巨大石者。
But why don't we get into an accessory coming with Sedagoff Prime Access, which is our first Prime Sigma to ever come in a Prime Access. And I also think this is the first Sigma where it's kind of diverted away from the So why did we want to take the direction of this?
Extraction is ready. I think we get some stylings from the characters.
哇！你生存裝置去到得20幾%㗎。
咁唔掂喎！我哋完咗呢一局真係要走咁樣。
撳一撳個掣先。
We've also got, yeah, we're going to transition into some in-game shots here. We've got, of course, the model here, and I think, as you had mentioned, that there was some pretty interesting things going on.
So we noticed this on the
life support activated.
Interesting. Usually it's emissive, but the tail is emissive, by the way. We just put black as the background so that the emissive color comes out more boldly. But I think that I actually put just the gold on it and let it change me a little bit so you get this beautiful, like a female look of just this gold green and everything.
It's honestly stunning. I was running around with it in the dark mode the other day, and the feathers bounce around with you, and you get that beautiful feeling coming through. So good job, team. All right. Character team. Oh, all right. You guys want to see Sedagoff time? Yeah. All right. There's our boy. Yeah.
因為佢做埋出嚟咯，已經。
All right. Antonio is a wizard.
Sedagoff.
Because taking this from what you're seeing here is absolutely also. You can now actually see the back of him, which was something that you guys didn't see in the concept, so you can see even more of that extravagant kind of design coming through there. As you mentioned, Greg, Sedagoff's base is fairly complex as it is, so how did you guys make it possible to kind of approach the limits of how Sedagoff could look?
Hello, 係咯，佢 MYX 咧幾次投票咧，佢都係最渣嗰度夾，但係佢點解仲唔去重製佢嘅咧？佢諗唔到有咩方法去重製佢。
But in order to kind of serve the design and it's not such a significant departure.
真係覺佢 Prime 版好似個樣型咗喎。
又唔點改數據，淨係整個皮緊係賣。
感覺上型咗。
都係嘅，淨係整個皮咯。翻甲嘅話，都係好似係一年出4套係嘛？4套定3套？
我諗緊。都係出去轉咁耐咧，就係。應該喺度打個本睇到好眼瞓。
I don't feel like it's correct to call this a tombstone. It's too nice.
And Sevagoth is going to have to open up his own personal museum of himself with all the tombstones he's racking up.
買得佢添。
But we've got a little bit of like a Grecian styling here. Were there any other kind of like references used? It does look like a museum piece.
呢種窿度添。
Yeah, I think Antonio kind of took part of the original mesh, and then you can kind of wrap the cloth around it. It's not really a tombstone at this point. It's more like a shrine or a pedestal.
Right.
It's a vanity times
Mission
1,000,
complete.
I think.
Excellent work,
but
Tenno.
I think Sevagoth deserves it.
100%.
It looks amazing.
It really does. And now, while Sevagoth is living lavish in his
我見係嗰個咩設計師嘅私人性癖係咩意
trying to
思
bring？ him back. Yeah. Those claws are crazy. Are they bigger than the base Sevagoth, or are they just?
啊，幾型喎佢 Shadow Prime。
It is hard to have anything before Smart and Simple. So.
Great point, Gary. Great point. Also, Shadow would probably make a really good Lunaro player. He's basically got Arcadas for arms at this point. All right. So, also the tail. The tail is really fun. The tail does kind of swish around a little bit when you're moving around. It's really fun. All right. We are going to... So we've seen every single piece of Sevagoth Prime in Sevagoth Prime Access. Now, why don't we get a 360 look at Sevagoth Prime and his Exalted Prime Shadow. There he is. We'll give him a spin. All right. So, to recap, we have Sevagoth Prime, his Exalted Shadow Prime, the Epitaph Prime, the Prime Signa, Marvelous Prime Sentinel, the Sentinel Prime accessories, and those are all coming in our next Prime set. All right. We'll let him complete his spin there, but it wouldn't be an art panel without... What's that? The Tempestari Prime? Did I just hear you want a Tempestari Prime? I guess a Prime Captain does need a Prime ship.
我原來頭先佢係公佈下一個組船外觀就係 Rhino。喂，但係個問題係 Rhino 個組船外觀好樣衰啊！可唔可以唔好咁啊？
All right, I'm going to introduce you now to Caliban Deluxe.
祖傳外觀係喎，呢個咧個祖傳外觀都未裝上身添。
Yes, what an upgrade! Oh my
哇！
god!
咩嚟㗎？咩嚟㗎？
Okay, so
咩嚟
there
㗎？
are some very cool themes here.
卡利版 Dealer
Source
Skin
materials for Caliban
哇！
Yeah.
幾型喎！
咦，哇，好樣好多，好樣好多。但係佢照出嚟嗰啲 S 就好爛啊！
啊，我覺得好正喎，都 OK 喎，我覺得。
佢照出嚟嗰隻 S 就係其他品種嘅會更加好咯。
係。
係啊，即係遠距嗰隻啊。
而家講嘅會勁好多咯。
係啊，佢啲近戰嘅好垃圾啊！
佢啲只係加你超量護盾啫嘛。
個祖傳外觀都唔夠佢個華麗外觀靚。呢個唔係華麗外觀。咦？
Definitely a group effort. Like Rebecca's very involved with that step as well, and there's lots of people who identify with each Warframe quite well, so that's well advocated for.
冇 Amber 嘅祖傳外觀係一個社群玩家設計完，跟住 D 覺得好靚之後買咗翻嚟嘅設計。
係咯，但我中意佢呢個。
因為個祖傳外觀你睇下 Amber 隻腳，
高踭鞋，
佢隻高踭鞋後邊嗰條火都好正嘅，本身冇噶嘛，華麗外觀比較尖腳啊嘛，跟住佢呢個係高踭鞋。
inheriting some of this.
Well, Marco, you're spoiling things for people. So yes, a core element of Caliban's kit, as you may know, and kind of lends to his sentient nature, is of course his lethal progeny Conculus, which, as you can see here, have also been deluxified. So come back over to these, yeah. So from their heads to their toes to their baton arms, they got a completely new look. And you guys really went the extra mile with this deluxe because I think originally the Conculus maybe weren't going to get deluxified, and then some of you guys are like, nah, we got to make it, we got to pull it all the way through. So how did you go about creating such a complementary companion to Caliban Deluxe?
呢個好型喎，呢個咩嚟㗎呢個？
You still try to keep some of the characteristics from the original character. In this case, the armored look.
係照出嚟 TS 族。
Of the cloth in the back. Of course, you have to still.
哇！照出嚟嘅 S 就變咗咁樣。
In this case, was the Conculus.
哦，佢照出嚟嘅嘢。
Baton arms or back scratchers.
Yeah, back scratchers.
佢照出嚟嘅 Sandy 而家咁樣都好型。
好型喎呢個啦，個肺都唔緊要喎，哇！好型喎呢個真係。
已經好型咁樣。啊，專屬武器。 哇！把斧頭喎，係嗰把劍。冇佢啲呢個冇佢其他嘢咁型喎，佢其他嘢型啲。
係咯，我好中意佢照出嚟啲兵仔喎，但係嗰啲兵仔真係好廢喎。得30咧，石頭人照出嚟嗰啲勁好多喎，嗰啲起碼識得掟石喎。
喂，安傑就講咯，如果可以強化啲近戰嗰啲嘢就好咯。
係咯，佢一係出個集團模，將嗰個S 族變咗其他品種。
係咯，應該出集團模，即係 S 佢召喚出嚟嘅 S 族有幾張卡變成幾張唔記，可以選擇變成咩樣嘢好啊？
係咯。
披風。
What？
唔係喎，畫文嚟㗎呢個，哇！佢嘅畫文喎。
哇，正啊呢個！
哇，
我中意啊！
而家有手手
啊！係啊，好多手手喺度摸佢下面啊！
Oh, we love it.
What?
All right, so that's our goal for Caliban, Tenno. You'll want to learn more about Caliban's future. Alright, so since we see Caliban hanging out in Albrecht's laboratories, living his best life, we're going to switch it up here.
集團模可以改到同石頭人一樣着甲都好啊！
佢咪同咩咯？同嗰個叫咩名啊？
So we're going to start with this one here, Marco. This one's really cool.
咪同另一個亡靈甲嘅嘢撞咗咯。
亡靈甲。
In this case, we knew them to the Entrati labs, so we took what we had at the time, which was the Demos hall, and try to.
哦，呢個係佢哋當初做陳總得意嘅概念圖。
In this case, literally overlapping to our reality and breaking the walls and coming through the walls.
哦，咁所以中間嗰隻嘢會唔會翻兜出嚟啊？同埋福爾圖拿第3隻蜘蛛會唔會浮翻上嚟啊？
Skybox on top, some of this floating weird architecture.
Right.
Initially, we went very generic, like floating piece and bits, and gradually we tried to integrate some more architectural pieces from the brutalism architecture.
Ooh, yeah, actually, we see that starting to kind of see that in here, right? Yeah, and also the, you know.
哇！當初啲概念圖都好靚喎。
Those are very huge.
It is, yeah. It kind of gives you an idea of what you guys were going for in terms of scale, like really making this tile set feel impactful and kind of dreadful at the same time, right? Like bigger than you, bigger than anything.
Well, we haven't really meant to imply that the man in the wall would be like a happy person or anything, so.
Very fair. glad you brought that up, Carrie, because we can't talk about these environments without actually talking about the man in the wall himself.
哇！呢個石
This is
碑，
crazy. I know there could have been like a
呢個
million
長洲
different
人嘅石
ways you
碑，
guys could have
哇！
gone in integrating what we know the man in the wall as now. So how did you
細塊咗
guys
啲
settle
咯，
on those particular elements
有啲
pulled
細
from
塊
our
啊！
boy Wally?
如果佢好大塊，好似佢之前嗰條片咁樣咧，
We're looking at a lot of body horror aspects and stuff.
概念圖嚟嘅呢個係。
You know, you do have to be honest, like what is achievable? If you have to do like a character sculpt for everything,
縮水
that's not going to get
係咯，
done
縮水咯。
So
哦
we simplified in the foreground, but there's a
哦
lot of those elements
佢呢個
that
樣唔似我哋當初見嘅嗰個長東人嘅樣。
sort of make the breast.
其實會唔會長東人好多個啊？
Right. We're seeing a bit more
唔
of
止
kind
一
of
個，
like that dualism that you guys were talking
唔
about.
止一
一個
個長
樣
東人。
佢有呢一個咁嘅樣
Ramps
都
that
好
don't
正
really
常。
go anywhere, maybe foreshadowing her prospects here, but we also see that a little bit more in here as well.
哇！好核突啊！但係我覺得咁樣。
有
你諗下
好多手
我哋一
手，
本牆上面有好多手啦，可能會喐啦，跟住啲牆上面有人樣啦，
跟住喺度笑啦，
係咯，好核突喎！
跟住行過佢會同你傾偈咁樣。
佢係一種獵奇，
familiar with now
佢
as
係
you
一種
roam
獵
around
奇
the
嘅核
wall
突啊！
tileset. So
即係佢唔係樣衰，佢係一種
also
獵奇
added
嘅核突
something
啊！
here too, I believe.
Gradually you try to add
跟住倒水泥俾人封印咗喺裏面咁樣。
started implementing like
咩倒水泥俾人封緊呢個有個術語嘅喎，
Why does it flow up, Marco?
即係一啲邪靈系建築啊，會有啲咁嘅嘢咯。即係當你起緊地基嘅時候，咩喺啲城牆入邊放個人埋咗，係咯。
All right, so from concept to execution, there are
係啊，
obviously
跟住
many
嗰個人就會
stages
變咗係守護呢座
to
屋
how
嘅
a
人啊嘛
level actually gets。
以前好似有啲咁樣嘅
So let's
傳
take a
聞
look
噶
at
嘛。
the part
係
of
咯
the
係咯，
fragmented arena where we went
就
from
好
the
似
gray boxes
正擊巨人嘅城牆
to
咯。
what you kind of know it as.
哇！嗰度好多人喎。
And we're going to see a bit more of that sand going the wrong way. But man, lighting and
咦？佢啲沙向上流喎。
huge difference.
哇！佢係咁樣啊
Thank you, graphics
！3D
program.
建模佢咁樣
You're
喎
great.，
逐步
Yeah,
逐
thank you
步
for。that because it really brings a certain kind of moodiness and liveliness to these tile sets while you're hacking and slashing away there. And
呢個通常都係要望得仔細啲先見到佢啲沙係向上流。
yeah, which there you go. You can see their lovely names of the wonderful people who worked on that particular tile. So yeah, yes, please applaud them. Please, they deserve it. They deserve their flowers. Absolutely. Oh, that gave me chills. All right, so we've seen how the man in the wall sausage is made. It's time for us to explore Albrecht's laboratory, since these two areas are very highly intertwined, of
安
course.
傑話咧，覺得 D.E 咧太早太早公佈咗啲外觀啊，同埋啲 prime。安傑覺得應該最後講先好。
冇，早啲講。
我覺得點解會將啲 prime 咁早講，然之後後邊講其他咧？因為後邊講嘅係更加重大嘅嘢。
A lot of things apparently, and a lot of really neat.
有機會啦，我覺得有機
因
會。
為你後邊講咗999啊嘛，咁呢個一定係重大嘅嘢嚟啦。
係咯。
Yeah, if you need to time your eggs or go back in time, you've got your machine right there.
Thanks, Albrecht. All right. Also, obviously, actually, before we get to that,
Oh, 呢個係傳送嗰個嘢喎。
the streaming connector. So, what bridges the gap between the Sanctum Anatomica and you actually entering Albrecht's laboratories? And this is a crazy area. Like, I mean, you're only in there for so many seconds, but it's just there's a lot happening, and I really want to know how you guys go about concepting
係日常定
something
期
that's
報
going to
告
obviously have so much movement and impact.
I think that one actually, Rebecca may have mentioned
都
some of
係
the
嘅，日常
related
定期
gyroscope
報告。
clock connections and stuff like that. Then you
普
kind of buff
通
it in
普通
space
佢
and a few versions
直
to
播
give
都
yourself
會
motion
有
sickness.
講
And
P
then
甲
once you
啊
get
呢
past
啲。
that, you start to get into sort of the same ornate family that you see in a lot of other pieces.
Right. Yeah, like Iotans.
咩都
a
都
lot
冇
of
講咩
those
縮水。
highly moving parts that we've seen already in Warframe. All right. Now, once you actually get into the labs, you get to see a bit more of that opulence, that classic Entrati stylings. And not only that, but we also, of course, get very familiar with the vessels in these areas. And this is a very early concept of the vessels. So how was that process like?
嗰個人頭係咩啊 ？Vessel。
We were thinking about Albrecht potentially taking elements from the
idea.
dimension,
idea.
parts of it,
會嚟
and bringing it back to the labs and
咩話？
doing experiments or research.
想同我一齊玩啊！
Yeah, you will have
我哋好似之前係我哋之前好似一齊玩過。
happening in the lab.
Yeah.
And that's actually what sparked the idea to make a whole person or a whole figure about it, and which became the
idea.
Right. We put all the pieces together, the heart, the brain. I know there's a brain floating around there in the tiles. And yeah, we get to see a little bit more of that kind of exploration here as well.
Yeah, and I think help to that idea was the fact that
溫度了。
a hub around it. So to fill a very big space.
That was a very iconic moment where you're coming down out of the staircase, you go through the doors, and then he's kind of leaning, and it was the thing that kind of checkmark for the scene. It all worked, so yeah. Thank you, Alberto.
Thank you, Alberto. Yeah, those really impactful moments. And here is kind of like where we're seeing ultimately where we landed with the vessels, a bit more familiar with what we know it as now. And then I also have a very cool progress video of Albert's laboratories with a tile that prominently features the vessels. Yes. It's amazing to see. And this is only 40 seconds of a video, but this is like potentially months of work put in from the team.
At this step, you know, a lot of like the Lego pieces, so to speak, so like your walls and things like that are pretty well established. So parts of it click in pretty quick, but yeah, the work to get to the point where these things can go quickly is it's a huge pile. So
absolutely.
你綁咗帳號未啊？
綁咗啦喎！
你去官網睇下你個 account。 顯示你 Twitch 嗰度係咪已經綁咗？
And we can't talk about Whispers in the Wall without talking about 1999, right? So
I love this piece. I just want to say
no, it's one of the and it's
20年都係咁，之後全部人都派一把。
Wandering around the labs,
都係啊。
subway chime, you hear the voiceover come on, and the next thing you know, it's ripping right in front of you. And
佢話啲年年都係咁樣嘅，之後全部都會派一把。
Really cool moment with Arthur. And is this the Arthur concept? Is this where you guys kind of envisioned that going in the quest?
This would be illustrating some of the early ideas for the quest, yeah.
地鐵入邊一個咁。
hadn't completely settled on Arthur at this point, as you can kind of tell by the head. But you know, other than that, yeah.
因為唔係我登出再登入咧，我想登出翻先。
Yeah, absolutely. And then, yeah, we can see a little bit here of that building out the subway itself. And I imagine you guys had quite a myriad of references to pull from 1999. And was there anything in particular that kind of helped build this subway area up that we're briefly in for a little bit, but...
Well, I mean, like, some of us were old enough to experience it pretty well, so...
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, and...
We're so glad everybody was able to get here because it sounded like a bit of a bad couple of days, so yeah.
It looks like history is repeating itself, and maybe Mike has a magic, I don't know, some kind of look into the future.
Yeah, we didn't have a crystal ball, but you know, we were thinking about it.
Yeah, things haven't changed much since 1999, but...
A strange relic of the past.
Oh, wow. We also see, someone's kind of poking their head out there in the window. We also obviously can't talk about this moment in the quest without bringing up Arthur. Yes, we love Arthur. We love Arthur.
你送多套甲喎，玻璃甲框喎。
Which you guys have been asking us to give you. And luckily, if you're watching this panel and the rest of the panels, you are actually earning the AX52 that you see in his hand right now. And if you guys are in here right now. Don't worry, we're sending you an
佢
email.
試送
So let's have a look at some of the exploratory concepts that went into the AX52. Now, Kaz, as I understand it, this was a pretty interesting
呢
exercise
個
for the
AS
team,
52嘅設計款喎。
going through a more kind of traditional weaponry.
So everyone on the team has different likes and dislikes and like things that they're comfortable with making and things that they really want to make. People like doing infested, people like doing corpus stuff or the Tenno stuff. There are some people who really just wanted to make some real life weapons, and this is about as close as we're gonna get in Warframe. And we had two very enthusiastic people working on this, people who are big fans of the original real life counterpart of this weapon, obviously the AK-47.
係咯，佢而家呢個款係算係最好嘅喎。嗱，一係就打直第二行。
This final concept piece that brought us
佢有啲個病咧，太過花里胡哨咧，唔似嗰個年代嘅嘢咯。
This is yours, guys.
佢頭先嗰個人講話，有啲玩家中意咩啊嘛？有啲玩家中意感染啊、COVID 嗰啲，跟住咧佢就話佢而家呢個就係做翻現實嘅軍械咯。
I'm not a swordologist. I don't know what that is. But is it
佢呢個
passion
係
or is it function?
俾把 skin 嚟喎，佢係。
寫實風。
佢係俾個 skin 嚟喎，圓形空人 skin， 呵呵。
You never know what you're gonna be wiping out. Maybe it's just ketchup or something, right? Well, spreading some jam on your toast in the morning, you know.
Yeah, Arthur's got to feed himself before he goes out and hacks and slashes all those bad dudes out there. But were there other kind of embellishments that we explored?
咦，咁會唔會有圓形戰印啊？有乜戰區嗰把？冇話 skin 出咗咯喎，冇嘢啦。
人有咗好耐咯。
啊，出咗好耐。
我大空人又更型了。
all of your swords in the 1999 update. We've also got more 1999 weaponry, and here's something you guys haven't seen yet. Yeah.
嚟咗都一個武器黐線。
哇！有水槍㗎，可以。佢嗰條水
嚟㗎呢個，呢個係 grenade launcher， 榴彈發射器啊！佢係。
哇！榴彈發射要駁水管嘅咩？佢個頭仲要滴出嚟喎。
燃油嚟㗎。
噴火器？
唔知喎。佢而家呢度講緊話，佢哋仲設計咗啲1999嘅武器。跟住有呢一嚿嘢。哦，佢而家又講緊啲骨管有咩用，跟住佢話唔可以劇透，所以唔講。佢已經整咗出嚟嘅喎。
係咯。
佢話佢而家唔劇透，唔話俾你聽嗰條管係有咩用。
嗱，我覺得一係似係噴火，但係噴火器咧就前面應該有個點火嘅位嘅，但佢又唔係噴火，咁但係佢就滴出嚟喎，即係水槍咁樣噴。
哇！呢個係咩事？
加咗啲。哇！佢哋原本設計佢哋嘅圖。
佢係聽到淨1999喎。
aspiring TennoGen artists. I know we actually have a TennoGen workshop.
哦，
on that for those.
佢而家開放俾啲人投稿呢個 TennoGen workshop 係1999主題嘅，做 operator 主題嘅飾品。
係啊。開放俾人投稿啊！
係啊，開俾人投稿，咪就係整佢嗰個 3D 嗰嚿嘢咯。
我仲要整埋出嚟啊！要，冇得俾佢點做。
佢要抌落 workshop 度啊嘛要。
Yes. Yes. Okay. See, people are agreeing. All right. We are gonna change gears here.
Change gears.
Thank you, Kaz. Put that in just for you. We're going to take a look at Warframe's next vehicle, the Atomy Cycle, but since Aoi was introduced with the Atomy Cycle earlier this year,
Warframe 嘅下一個
only
交通
feels
工
right
具。
to also introduce you to her floof.
哇！
哇，出公仔啊！
Yes.
有 Aoi
Very
公仔喎。
adorable. We have Arthur, now we have Aoi. Greg, what's it
Face,
been like
blue,
for the team
smiling
to
face, blue,
kind of
smiling
venture out
face,
in the
blue,
floofs?
smiling.
Yeah, these are really fun. I don't want to spoil too much, but these might not be the only floofs.
你隻眼有啲奇怪咯，用
But
三
yeah,
樓
we。made one for Arthur, and Aoi was.
嚇！Warframe 啲公仔包係咁
Again, I
喎。
don't want to
係咩？
spoil too many things here.
係啊。
我全部
喺遊戲入
公仔我都冇，
邊㗎嘛。
All right, so we're going to take a
我
closer
全部
look
公
at
仔都
the
冇買
Atomy
啊！除
Cycle.
咗咧，
佢喺遊戲入
We've
邊
got a
去
really cool
去
video
放
to
㗎嘛。
show them off. Let's see the Atomy Cycle.
哇！電單車啊！
哇！
Yes,
有冇得俾我改裝啊？
Cycle
真係唔
enthusiast.
知喎，呢個係我哋新
我有蝙蝠
嘅交
車，
Came in handy.
佢改到變蝙蝠車。
You're a fan of motorcycles, and you're also maybe
哇
a really
變
good
咗
fan
色
of the
喎
Stugs. So
呢個樣唔
I'm
同
hearing
咗啊
who's in
嘛？
Oz. Yes, did the skin change?
係咩？
Yes, there will be skins.
個樣似唔同
Yes,
咗
we do
啊
have a few skins.
定係個花紋嚟㗎？
花紋
Oh, I didn't know that.
個色係唔同咗
Okay,
嘅
let's。keep secrets. So yeah, tell us, Kaz, what's it been like to bring this new vehicle into Warframe with the team?
So when I got word that we needed the
哦，
Atomy
佢係花紋。
係啊，花紋個形
I needed to become
形
a
狀一
motorcycle
樣。
expert very quickly so that
我覺得
I
佢
could
紫色
lead
靚
an
好多。
artist to create the motorcycle. There's no way I was making it that fast. So I recruited 3 of my guys. It was Andrew, Fyodor, and Vladimir, and we worked together to bring this to life. And then I did the final textures on it, and then we started making skins, and that's the really fun part.
Yes, that's the fun part. And I, as I understand it, there'll also be color customizable to
金
a
屬
certain
紙
degree.
適合翻1999
We
風。
love that. Yeah. Oh, a clap. We got yeah. We
Hello.
love fashion. We love fashion in Warframe. We
有
love
冇得用哈利電單車啊？突
So, with such a cool
但佢呢個係原子電單車。
bike, you're gonna need an
超大聲，然之後隻手仲要舉到勁高咁樣。
And I don't know if the
哇！
camera
車
is
屎
able to
啊！
get like a cool shot of Kaz, but Kaz, you always come with the props, and
型喎
Kaz
條
made
線。
real Atomy Cycle. Well, real. Atomy Cycles don't exist, but
但係佢隔離嗰兩條好似屈斷咗咁樣。
Now, obviously, I think we can tell which of
Huh?
the keys is the
整咗頸
Atomy
鏈
Cycle key. Do the other keys do anything? Are they
整咗
anything
頸
special?
鏈
House keys?
係喎。
Out there on one of them. I wonder.
我想要
Okay,
喎。
take your screenshots, y'all. Try and see if you can decipher that. All right. Now, we also have a video here from our animation team, and I don't believe this is the first time you guys are actually seeing some of the.
Wow.
Oh man, yeah, okay.
騎
This is
上
the
架
first time you guys
車
are seeing some of this. So
動
let's see a
作
little bit of it.
哇！
See, wee,
哇！
哇！
yeah. This is very. Oh.
哇！呢個啲
Orthopedic surgeons look away.
What?
炒出
Yeah, incredible. So that's just some of the animations. Just a little.
隻頭石出起乜彈出去？
Yeah, shout out Jay too, who is also rides a motorcycle as well. So there we go. All right.
隻馬可以唔要了。
We've got the cool fast bikes. We've got the
但
cool
係隻馬都冇得普通去攞任務出嚟，同埋佢係俾 Warframe 揸噶吧？呢架電單車。
一個可以夠商場，
In case we're going shopping.
Yes, actually.
商場
Yeah.
係咪可以 shopping 㗎？
This looks very familiar to me because this was my
Aw.
old stomping grounds as a mall rat myself, but this is not what I would expect
好
to
靚
see in
喎！
Warframe. So it's gonna be
喂，如果現實
kind
中
of
有
hard
個
for
咁
us
樣
to
嘅商場，我覺得我會去。
spoil anything, but
現實中有就差唔多吧，好普通啫喎呢個樣。
我覺得好靚。
okay. Oh,
因為諗下佢上面係金邊嚟
yes,
嘅喎，哇！
it does. With a little hint of something new, though. This isn't exactly the infested we're entirely.
隻馬可以一般開放世界用，要解咗招技先。
哦，嗰個啊，我冇升到，都好麻煩。佢個又唔可以俾我升，順便升埋甲咩？係啊，跟住嗰個漂泊者咧又冇咩特別技喎，因為我啲係內穩要升咯，但係其他嘢你把武器攞入去又好似升唔到咧咁樣，有啲面那個咯，到甲又升唔到咧。
Potential victims, pulled a lot from arcade games and other electronics to kind of merge in with that infested style, appropriate era TVs and stuff like that, and referenced a lot of jungles and abandoned malls, maybe one that we are familiar with. But we also gotta have a furniture store. Perhaps you're looking for a mattress, hopefully not the ones you get at Cetus, because they're kind of nasty. Yeah, we've got, again, not sure how much we can really spill the beans here on, but...
No, there'd be some very upset people who'll be showing up later that would tell us, yeah.
個商場裏面會唔會有 IKEA？
頭先嗰個咪件似 IKEA。
係咩 ？Pizza, burgers, and a high chance of food poisoning, I'm guessing as well. Yep, the graphics are very fun for this. Actually,
玩家嘅居
this might
住
look
區。
familiar to you guys. Maybe tease this a little bit. Yeah. All right, so you fill up on pizza, you fill up on burgers, you take your greasy, grubby fingers over to the arcade.
Oh, 機鋪
I can smell this carpet through the screen. It's just feet. This is cool though because we have a chance to make some games within a game. Is there any games that we can spoil anything about the games?
Well, yeah, I mean, this is some folks' childhood right there as well.
入邊有啲 mini game，
for us to see and
可以玩 mini
get a
game。
kick out of it later today.
哦，咪又係好似氏族嗰個機鋪咁樣。
唔係飛船咩？
Don't be late.
I think everybody.
唔係喺飛船上，唔係喺飛船上邊有個機鋪咩？
This is true. All right. We're getting
飛船上面？
our final area.
唔係飛船上邊開咁咩？
係喎，好似係喎。我放咗一嚿嘢喺個氏族度一齊玩。
Maybe even in a place like this. How about a new Warframe?
1992嘅角色。
This is a Keith Thompson original.
嚇
Keith, hello Keith. Is Keith the old one?
Warframe
Yeah, it's
嚟
an
嘅
old
喎
one. What can we say about Site 09's design here?
Yeah, so this is one of the more original Keith Thompson's editions for Site 09. You can probably see we were going for themes of maybe like a weapons specialist, you know, military.
好正喎！呢隻 Warframe，佢頂帽係軍帽嚟嘅喎，佢個頭嗰塊。
Army boots, bandoliers, layers of armor. Obviously,
係
Warframe.
係咯。
Nothing is
勁
ever
型
quite
喎
so generic in Warframe. But
啊！佢設計呢個 Warframe 嗰個人，
型啊！
安傑話佢係始祖嘅設計人。
This is pretty integral to his design in that he
你估佢啲技能會係咩咧？叫飛機出嚟轟炸，叫坦克車出嚟轟炸，
叫嗰啲士兵出嚟。
一記就係掉手榴彈咁樣。
軍武風。
Yeah, so we did make a weapon based on this, but
佢
we
手
wanted
上
to
邊把
change
武器。
the belt feed there so that it's a little more interesting from the player angle, and because it's pretty flat from looking at it third person and stuff. We also wanted to bring some more very Tenno things into this to give it some more contrast to the 1999 world. So we added a wooden stock and some.
側邊嗰條咧，我覺得似係第二個槍管喎，有機會又係頭先嗰啲嗰條管嗰種裝置，又係噴啲汁出嚟㗎嘛。咦喎，有上色添啊！
were some
係啊，嗱，一記就係掹佢嗰啲，佢側邊嗰幾支嘢出嚟掟。
once again, for purposes of putting in the game.
Still try to get another pass to back view in this case, eventually an out helmet, a color pass as well, material maybe. So that's the extra step to get it closer to the finish.
The bells and whistles. You can really see the fabulous details here as well. And do you guys want to see him in game? Yeah? All right. Here's our boy, Site 09. I've noticed that the color scheme has shifted away from the revised concept. What was
哇，做埋出嚟嘅咯，佢已經。
No thought.
安傑話佢冇特色。
冇特色咩？軍佬風喎。
話佢而且個路人甲咁款。
士兵咁嘅樣咯。軍佬唔係士兵咩？咪
係路人甲咯。
係咯。
All right. This is very cool. Very exciting for us. This is Site 09 is going to be coming out.
有少少似嗰啲咧，啲戰隊嘅敵人嗰啲雜兵咯。
Alright, we're coming. We're about to wrap up here. So we've made it to the end. We're about to close the panel off, but while we do that, we've got a 360 look at Site 09 here, so you can really get a feel for him. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Fabulous.
Wow.
There is also, I believe, hopefully, hi editorial team, if you can hear me out there. There is an article up at Warframe.com that features some of the artist's work and kind of a blurb in their own words on working on some of the things that they saw here. So if you would like to learn more from the artists themselves,
安傑佢而家講話預計佢嘅技能就係一個抌手榴彈。
to share that with you guys.
肯定其中一個技能係抌手榴彈。你睇佢啲手榴彈已經放喺褲袋度。一次過掉出兩個手榴彈。
Thank you so much, guys, for all that you do. Warframe is very special, thanks to you guys, and thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Marco.
Thank you to the whole art team. You guys and gals are amazing. To everybody involved, so thank you, and thank you, Danielle, for putting together the presentation. She does so much work to make this look smooth, because I would not be smooth. So.
They made my life easy because they get to make this cool stuff here, and I just get to show it off to you guys. So yeah. But yes, thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Marco. Thank you, Kaz. Thank you, Greg. Can we hear another round of applause for incredible panelists on stage here? Yeah. Yeah. And like Carrie said, thank you to our art team. We're so lucky and proud to have you share your talents with us and with the community. And we're so excited we got to show you some really cool stuff today. And of course, thank you to the Warframe team in its entirety. And we got a minute here for any final words. Any final words you want to say to the community watching out there?
Thanks for playing our game.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's a good way to end it off. All right. Thank you guys for watching. We've got the Sounds of the System panel up next with Zach and the sound teams. You're not going to want to miss that, yeah? Enjoy the rest of TennoCon, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for watching. Have a good one, okay? Bye.
Oh, 藝術部門完之後就係音效部。我覺得灰靈，如果你打金幣，你可以，我覺得大丈夫可以打一同你哋打住先。
都可以啊。
我反而覺得好似有少少攰攰地。
係啊，其實我今日都覺得好攰啊。
頭先已經開始中緊眼瞓。
你會我仲可以堅持住嘅， 係啊，可能未必3點左右啦，就應該就開始頂唔順嘅啦。因為我平時都係點零2點瞓嘅。不過前嗰幾晚就瞓得唔係咁好咯，有隻蚊喺度 wing 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 咁樣，跟住又打佢唔中啊！
哇！嗰啲真係，嗰啲真係好煩。
咗佢唔止 wing 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 喎，咁 OK 啦，咁我噴蚊怕水啦，我噴完蚊怕水之後咧，佢都係咬我咯。我開住冷氣喎，已經仲要我隔離擺下蚊燈喎，佢都唔飛埋去喎。
Watch for 30 minutes and you'll receive this Prime Warframe for free. Spread those spores and watch those damage numbers go up over $19.99. Never gotten a Twitch drop before? Tell the fam to get off the phone and hop online. Linking your account is wicked easy. Just head over to www.warframe.com/Twitch. Log into your Warframe account, follow those instructions, and you're set. Tubular. Watching on Steam? Just make sure you're logged into your Steam account before watching, and you'll be rewarded with item tokens right to your Steam inventory. Once you claim those tokens, log into your Warframe account, and your new items will be waiting for you. Isn't technology wild? That's all for me. Stay cool and enjoy the show, Tenno.
你幾時到咗 cosplay 大賽啊？
咩 cosplay 大賽？
佢呢2日都好似有 cosplay 大賽㗎嘛？
係咩？佢唔係陣間，佢唔係陣間呢個聲效部門講完之後就到 cosplay 啦咩？聽講好似今次 cosplay 有人 cosplay 阿公同埋 Lord 喎。
係啊，有正常人啦，已經有翻2個正常人可以 cos 啦。
都有人 cos 過 Lotus 㗎。
我都係嘅，所以咪似咯。
咁其實 Corpus 族都可以 cos 啊。
係啊，豬族咯，豬族都可以。S 唔係豬族 C 族都得。
C 族就易啲嘅。
會唔會有人 cos 到呢個 S 族？
有啲難。
氏族仲係人類。
係啊，氏族都仲係人類。同埋比較容易 cos 添。佢個裝應該都比較容易整。太空服咁樣。咦？3點鐘啊？2點啊？3點鐘係佢嘅 cosplay 大賽啊！
My name's Sean Slater. I'm the voice of Tagfer in Warframe. Thank you so much for playing. It's so exciting to be part of this amazing community, and have a great Tenno conference.
Hey, Tennos. My name is Micah Mason, and I had the absolute... Hey, Tennos. My name is Micah Mason, and I had the absolute... Hey, Tennos.
今年 cosplay 應該多一堆奇怪嘢。
應該都係啊，年年其實都有啲奇怪，有啲超低成本嘅 cosplay。
嗰啲真係諗緊佢點樣可以做到咁。
Greetings, TennoCon. My name is Kieran Flitton, and I have the absolute pleasure of voicing this fellow right here. Thank you all so much for coming along this incredible journey with us. For your continued support, your enthusiasm, and your immaculate gameplay. We would not be here without you. Now, on to the next adventure.
Welcome all to TennoCon. This is Stefan Rudnicki, aka the voice of Albrecht and Trotty. I am so proud to be... You are late.
So
proud to be a member of the Warframe family. Welcome. I look forward to seeing you. Don't be late.
Hey there, Tenno, it's Ben Starr here. I play Arthur in Warframe 1999, and I just wanted to come on here and say, I hope you have an amazing TennoCon. I can't believe that I get to be a part of this community. This game would be absolutely nothing without you. So thank you for welcoming me, and I can't wait for us to go on this journey. So let's celebrate it together and have an amazing time. Lots of love.
So, you coming to TennoCon Alpha?
It's a party, Tenno. See you there.
Amazing. Hello, everyone. Woo-hoo-hoo. Big round of applause for our amazing voice actors who wanted to say hello. And welcome to the TennoCon 2024 Sounds of the System panel. My name is Zach, and we have a fantastic hour of auditory experiences for you all. But before we dive right in, it's my honor to introduce our panelists for today. To my right, you'd recognize that voice anywhere. It's Rebecca Ford.
Hey, everyone! Hello, hello. Thanks for joining. I'm very excited for the panel, Zach. It's going to be awesome.
Me too. Next up, a man who loves walks in the park, but mainly just to record the sound of snapping twigs. It's Eric Preston.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for being here. Hello.
On his right, a newcomer to the TennoCon stage, but a master of sound design. Please welcome Mark Perkwin.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming out.
Next up, a familiar face who makes music for space. It's George Spanos.
Hey, everybody. Great to see you.
Last but not least, a special guest who you have most definitely heard before. It's Matt Chalmers.
Hey, everybody. Thank you.
All right, shall we get started?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Our first topic of today is music and effects for quests. Let's jump back to December. Eric, Reb comes to you and says, we have an 8-legged creature that players are going to fight. What's the first step you took to create such a unique boss theme?
This was an amazing enemy from the get-go. The concept art looked phenomenal when it came across my desk. And I think the first thing that we started thinking about was what the voice would sound like. The writers put together a really cool language called Void Tongue. And I think naturally we're like, yes, we need to do Void Tongue. So a lot of his ability barks, are all based in that language. And Mark and I actually did a session for that where we recorded a lot of the dialogue, and then it's kind of manipulated and pitched down to eventually form the final sounds that you hear when you fight this guy. And yeah, into the music as well.
I love it. Now, when you guys are creating themes for bosses, do you get to see the earliest concept of how a fight is going to go, and does it help you make the music, or do you create a song and then the designers go from there?
We actually usually get to see really early versions of the boss fight. So it's a combination between looking at the mechanics of the boss fight, looking at how the boss fight looks, and then deciding on the intensity level. Where do we want to go with the music? How do we want people to feel when they fight the boss. This one's a bit of a slam dunk in terms of theme. Big, imposing, menacing. Void tongue being the basis for the language. So it all came together pretty well, actually. And then at that point, getting on the phone with Matt and starting to talk about how we want to craft it.
Yeah, and we had done some void tongue on the combat, and I think you told me, like, let's push that even further. Let's feature the huge, enormous layers of vocals, and so I got Fran, who actually was the vocalist for Duviri, the opera singer. She actually helped me on some of those crazy void tongue chants, and her friend Anika, and the three of us just layered up all these like Ivbok Ishlung Jus Ve Shota Ra, and then we put a bunch of effects on them, and yeah, that was kind of the vibe for that boss fight.
Can we just get a whole live performance of Void Tongue from you here?
Sure, yeah. I won't have a voice after it, but yeah.
Amazing. Well, let's take a quick listen to what you guys came up with.
Wow.
Awesome. Love that.
It's awesome. Nothing quite resonates like the sound of the human voice, too, right? Like whenever there's an opportunity to put some, vocals in something, it always gives it this much more flavor, right? It's just, yeah.
Yeah, I remember when we were talking, Matt and I would always go back and forth with notes. More voice, totally. More layers.
Yeah. It was just like, oh, can we add another rhythm on top of all of those? Sure, let's try it. And then you just we're like, yes, even more.
It adds to the playing experience when enemies with hands are jumping at you while vocals are playing as you're fighting them as well. Love that. This same update, Whispers in the Walls, also brought a brand new tile set to Warframe, Albrecht's Laboratory. Filled with beakers, gilded machines, and vials of elemental ooze, there are many things to break in this tile set. I must personally destroy everything in my site, so I have to know how many glass jars were broken in the recording process, and did you have a favorite recording technique for the labs?
We're always breaking jars and glass. We have been for 10 years. So we have lots of sound libraries of all sorts of stuff that we've kind of broken over the years. But actually, Laura and Jeff were the sound designers who handled all the breakables. And as they started kind of coming in, we were starting to see all these kind of little levels of detail that were happening. You could break the little vase on the desk and the desk itself and the machines on the desk. So they did a great job going through and meticulously placing all those sounds for all the different items that you can break. And when they all kind of break together, it's very satisfying.
It is very satisfying, and players can even just walk around without breaking anything. You can hear the machine moving and all of that, so it's a very complicated tile set. Would you say it was the most complicated tile set you've had to work on?
I think so far, yeah. I mean, the open world stuff is obviously very complicated, and there's a lot that goes into the open worlds, but in terms of tile sets, this was probably the most complicated. But I knew immediately that the breakable stuff was working when I couldn't stop breaking things. It's like every time I'm running around testing, it's just constant breakables.
I love that. We also met some new faces in the labs. Let's talk about the Cavia. Reb, how did this cast of characters come to be?
Right. Well, when we originally came up with the idea that we would find Albrecht and Trotty's laboratory, we were trying to think of how we could make a syndicate out of kind of nothing, because we didn't know what the laboratory would host. And I think there was a moment when I remembered how the Russians sent Laika to space as the first animal in space. And I was like, oh, Albrecht would have sent animals into the void at some point, and they would have come back speaking in void tongue. And that seems like a really compelling way to start a character arc for Albrecht in some of his lesser known science, especially because we knew he had a bond with animals because of Kalimos from his entries. So the first one that came together was the Norg, and I was like, oh, sending a fish to the void and it coming back smart just makes sense. And then we actually had the tag for as an art asset. I think one thing that we learned in our pace of updates is if you have something and it can work in an update and you believe in it, just go. So we had Tagfur, who is actually a deer species that we were going to use in the plains of Eidolon that never got used. So I was like, oh, he's going to the void. And the bird as well. I was like, sorry, folks, no planet Earth for you. You're going to the void. And we sent them all on their journey, and the rest is history.
I think I remember an early version of that, actually. That's right. And I think we had done sounds for it and everything, and then we pulled it.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm not going to waste work.
Yeah.
Into the void. So
there you go.
Yeah, so it's all, sorry, animals.
We're efficient in our casting.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
people.
Listen, we gotta do it.
Love it. And the sound team, how different was it setting up all this voiceover work for animals?
I mean, when we saw this, I think initially we went to, we're going to have to process the voices a lot, add a lot of animal sounds in between words. But as we began to receive the performances back from the actors, they were so strong that the decision was made to just feature them basically without any processing. I think there's a tiny little bit here and there. Bird 3 almost sounds like there's animal noises introduced, but that's just the actor's performance. So yeah, we just kept it super clean, super raw, and featured their great performances.
It's all about the casting too, right? Like, it's such an important part of the whole thing, and people don't think about that as much. It's like, obviously, great writing and everything as well, but when you cast the right person, it just works, and they embody that character, right? And it just makes our job so much easier too, so yeah.
Yeah, totally. I mean, getting your heart broken by a Stereon, you just end up as a talking fish in Warframe. That's...
The ultimate payback.
Payback.
It's been, the team that worked on that, the writing, everything was just really lovely to behold and watch it come together.
Let's check in on our cast of critters now.
Hey, how's it going? Are we winning? We all got something to do. Mr. Fishinacci's got his thing, Mr. Tagfur's got his thing, I got my thing. It's so nice.
Another day, another Netracell, another poke in the eye for the mother hugger that consigned us to this mess. Come on, let's roll. Are we heading out then? Yep.
A new day dawns. Let us to work. Yes, go good. A good day to you. I love you.
I love that line so much. I love you. As you know, we had a follow-up update to Whispers in the Wall, Dante Unbound. Now, the team had a chance to cook up some unique vocals for this update theme, and they bring such a great tone to the update. Matt, tell us a bit about how the process of setting the stage for Page Master Dante went.
Yeah, well, we had a piece that I think we actually showed this at last TennoCon. A friend of mine, Alex Samaras, sang on it. And it was a section of an ambient track that I did. And I think it was actually word from Reb that was like your favorite section. And so we're like, how about we make a combat section or a combat track out of that section? So I got Alex back over. I wrote a new piece and featured the same melody, but like the combat version of it. And Alex just nailed it. He had done a bunch of throat singing and stuff for me as well. So he has like the ability to do the really straight, beautiful melodic singing, but then he can also do the really intense, like low throat singing. So we kind of just found a happy medium. And, his performance was amazing.
大家可以過嚟睇下，過去
and we have a behind-the-scenes video of him recording
記得咗佢叫咩名？算啦，唔緊要啦。哇！
Amazing.
Love it.
Such a great melody. There's a great little melody there. Fantastic.
And some more void tongue there too.
Yes. Did Alex mention it was hard to